the mask wearing, even despite the fact that it's mandated by the governor, it's kind of lax.
Oh, well.
You get out in the small towns and you walk into a gas station and you'd be lucky to see somebody wearing a mask.
I am guilty. I will not wear mine unless absolutely asked to wear it.
I have no problem. And I have no problem with that as long as you're not smooching me.
I got to wear one 9.5 hours at work. You know, I don't want to wear one anywhere else.
Yeah. Where I am fortunate where I work, I don't have to wear them at work. I only have to wear them if I leave the office to like go to the bathroom or whatever for that 5 minutes, whatever. Yeah. They're pretty cool about that.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah. Hello, Don. I didn't know she had in their corner up there.
Well, I was the one that was giving you the crap earlier.
Well, it wasn't on full screen. On gallery.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I couldn't tell who was doing it by the voice.
Hey, buddy. We'll take a picture with Kodachrome. It'll last longer.
It might.
I still have some pictures that you developed for me.
Well, they ought to stay, you know.
Hey, Ron.
The ones you made for me will probably stay a lot longer than the rest of the other ones will.
I don't know. It was good chemistry. I know that.
Well, we keep losing Mark. He keeps coming and going.
He doesn't know where he wants to be.
Now there's two.
Now there's two is right. I was going to say hello to Ron and thanks for the Economist.
Oh, you're welcome. The political party that the Economist espouses may not be to your liking, but it does give you some added view of the other side.
Well, I'm an other side type of guy.
Okay.
What I heard.
No matter which side you're on. And Jeff knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only 6:30. I thought you started at 8.
Yeah, he's on the far side.
Well, you guys can say whatever you want.
I think a lot of us are on the far side.
That's
why we get along so well.
I'd like it to die down.
It's not going to if people don't stay home.
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't there used to be a micro center in Oklahoma City? Apparently not.
I don't know.
Did you say a micro center?
Micro center, yeah, computer place. Or maybe there was another computer place. I was thinking like up in North OKC or Edmond.
Yeah, there is on May Avenue at 66.
63rd, CompUSA.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, CompUSA. Okay. There was not a micro center, but there was a CompUSA. Okay, gotcha.
Compusa.
Compusa, yes. It's still there?
Yep.
Cool. I may have to check it out while I'm down there. I'm kind of, you know, my last laptop I bought at a micro center in New York back in like 7-8 years ago, and it's still going strong. But I'm ready for an upgrade.
You mean it outlasted you?
Say it again, Bill. You cut out.
Did it outlast you, Don? Did the computer outlast you?
That freaking laptop actually works better than this desktop computer that I'm on. That's 3 years newer. So beats the hell out of me, and they're both running Windows 10.
Okay, Mark, tell us, what's the record of actual people joining this group?
20 something, 28, 29, something like that.
Okay. Well, we're getting up there. Good. I might have to switch it over to the other monitor.
I
Mark,
see.
Mark, do you have any of the ham class in here tonight?
Do I have any what?
Of the ham class students?
I haven't seen any yet.
Okay.
How
I'll let
many
them know
do you think
about it.
there are,
So-
Lee?
Pardon me?
How many do you think there are, Lee?
33.
Yeah,
But there
they're
were only 9 on the thing last week.
They were on YouTube as well.
Oh,
yeah. When I chimed in last week, it was a full monitor of people, so it was pretty good.
Yeah, it's a little bit of mix of everything. I've got people that are catching it also the next day because of other commitments. So they're having to catch the videos versus live. That's why we're recording it.
Okay, Mark, you're talking, but your mic is not on.
Try that.
There you go.
I got 2 of them running. The one on the computer is just rebooting itself. So I don't know what it's doing. We also got blasted out on about 8 different Facebook channels over the last 3 days that they found it. And, and I know of at least 2 or 3 others that have been watching the videos. So we might be bigger than 33, Lee.
I got no friggin' idea anymore. All I know is how many books I sold.
Yeah.
so you actually
33
sold 33 books, Lee?
Sold 33 books.
Oh, wow.
So I like it that, they have the interest.
Yeah, that's great. And I know 2 or 3 or more that are coming in came from another from the web somewhere.
Right.
So I think the online thing will be good. I know that Western Oklahoma put us up. Someone in Tulsa duplicated it. So
Really?
expect more. Expect more tomorrow night. Expect more chaos is probably what I'm going to say.
Okay.
Which is good. Everything. I think. Did you get any good or bad feedback, Lee? Or
Oh yeah, I mean, I've had nothing but positive feedback.
Good.
But people were upset that they couldn't come in, and we knew in the beginning that some people weren't going to be able to make that one night.
Yep.
That's why we recorded it. So it's I'm well pleased. It's a positive. It's working, whether they're catching it recording or whether they're catching it live or YouTube or however they're catching it. It's working.
Mark?
Yes, sir.
Mark, are you going to lead off tomorrow night or shall I?
I will lead off and just kind of wrangle the cats.
Okay, fine.
I'll turn it to your. I'll turn you on to share it, and then whenever you're.
Okay. Sounds good.
Mike, Wayne,
I'll be there as well to try to help.
Okay. Mike, Wayne, are you guys going to be able to check in on the AresNet? No? Okay.
It's Mike.
Well,
Michigan Mike.
KB5 HXT.
Yes, I'm going to check in on the AresNet at 8 o'clock.
Okay, Wayne, I'll go ahead and put you down for a courtesy check.
Yeah, scars. Okay. I have radio on scars, VHF, so I will be there.
You better. You've got an announcement.
I know it.
You have an announcement?
I do.
Actually does have one, yes.
Association announcement. So, yes.
Ah.
I was asked to put that up.
Mark, on your advertising for Saturday.
Yes. If you say mechanical, I'm going to knock you in the head.
In a bunch of places, you say it's electromechanical pulse, and then in a bunch of other places, you say it's an electromagnetic pulse.
Yeah, typos are great.
I know what it is.
Spell checker.
Peter Laws hammered me, and I was like, I can't believe. Yes,
Tune in and see.
Yeah, there you go. He sent me that about 2 seconds after it went out. I just went, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I said, let's see how many people catch it. So
Well,
far,
I was going to ask you that if I want to see an electrical mechanical. I want to see electromechanical pulse.
No, you don't. No,
Yeah.
you don't. You've never seen a contactor box explode, have you?
No.
You don't want to.
Sounds like the voice experience.
Yeah. You can have, like, for conveyor belts, big running equipment, contactor boxes explode. And that's an electromechanical pulse.
oh, you're right. Thank you, Lee, for saving my bacon.
And it is like actually somebody stuck dynamite in it. I mean, a completely NEMA approved locked cabinet, weatherproofed and everything, will blow apart at the seams.
Yeah. I've never seen it happen. Clean it up.
And it ain't pretty.
Well, Lee, we've had 30 people watch the video since Wednesday, after Wednesday.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good thing.
That's a really good thing.
Do we have it on just YouTube, or do we have it on the website, or how is it? Where is it? Everywhere, or what?
It's on, well, it's always on YouTube, but it's on that, the tech page is right there. You just go click on it. And
So it's on the website tech page and on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
It lives, but it's just a link off of the other one.
Okay. Because I want to try to make sure all these people understand that it's multiple places. Because I've got some of them are saying, well, I can't find it, and other guys say, well, it's right here. So, we're also dealing with some folks that are not computer friendly.
Right.
Or they believe their computer's not friendly, one of the two.
I think it's more of the second.
Yeah. So how is everybody?
So who's got the radio stories?
Well, FT8's been running really well the last several days.
Hey, Randy, did you get everything back up?
I got everything back up. Yes, sir, I did.
Congratulations. I'm not up at all.
And I have a very well seen tower antenna from the street now, because the 45 to 50 foot willow is gone.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
There's a 4-foot stump out there right now. That's the only tree that we have on the curb, and I have no more curb space.
Yeah, I've got to figure out something to do here, because I took mine down completely because I no longer have a 35-foot tree to go up in an apex. It's all gone.
Mark,
Not
did
all
we?
of it's gone. It's about 15 feet of it's still there.
Mark, did we finally get all of the antenna and everything off of the Red Cross building?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Where do we have that stored, or are we putting it up at the firehouse? What?
It's all at my house right now.
And there's a bunch of stuff going to go up at the firehouse.
Okay.
Audio coming back in.
Did Grizzle finally get the concrete and everything in place where he's good to go on erecting that antenna? I haven't driven over by there anytime soon, so it'll be all right.
Concrete is up and
2 sections are up.
Yeah, pad turned out real well.
What tower are they putting up? 25 or 45?
45.
Okay.
Mark, how high is he going with it?
40. Let's see, 3 in a top section.
Is he wanting more?
No.
Okay. I was about to say, I think Linda still has some in a warehouse.
Nope. We got an extra one to get us our 4th.
Okay. Because they had a
So
hinge
she-
plate. They had a
How
hinge
much does she
plate
have,
base too.
Randy?
She's got either 2 or 3 sections of 45 and 1 hinge plate, or at least a plate bottom. It doesn't have a hinge on it, but it's a bolted base. And then a conversion from 45 to 25.
Because I may want to talk to her. Since I got nothing.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna acquire it when the time comes, and I'll have it on the side of the house. I would
Mark in the fire station limited on the height that can have that tower because they're close to the airport.
I don't think they have.
No,
they don't have a restriction. If they go over a certain height, then they have to just put a light on it. But I don't think they have a restriction.
If you approach 200 feet, you have to do a notice to airmen, and it has to be out there for 3 months for comment.
We've got paperwork for 180, but we're not going near that.
Yeah. Who has our gin pole right now? Do we know?
I do.
You do? Okay.
Yep.
Well, if the HOA gives me a holler and I have to take it down, then I'll be giving you a holler. If not, Lee, I really would like to get Grizzle involved and go ahead and get my certificate for my tower here if we can.
What do you need for a certificate?
Well, no, Lee had talked to me previously about Grizzle authorizing me, because I'm an Aries NCO, that I should get clearance for my HOA for the tower.
I think you're going to have to probably do the search. But that shouldn't be hard for you.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know that really helps much with an HOA, but it depends on your HOA.
Yeah.
It's not a free pass, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I know it's not, but anything could help to back them off. They haven't said anything yet, and none of my neighbors have ever complained, and I'm not throwing any interference. So, and I'm on the outside edge of the HOA. I'm not in the middle of it. So, I mean, you got.
It's always been that way. It's always been there.
Yeah, it's been there for
ever.
At least 3 years.
Hi, Lee.
I'm on my iPad, so I can only see 9 people. How many more are here?
We got 18.
18.
Including you.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's only 16. Mark I and I really are. can't see you, Lee.
Well, yeah, some of you have doubled, so I guess okay.
No, I'm not doubled anymore. Oh, there's Wayne. Are you in the dark? Are you still lights out?
No, we got power. I've just got the lamp out here, and I turned the big light off.
Oh, okay, getting ready for bed. I get it.
Yeah, I tell you, it's been one of those days. So I'm just working off of 2 hours of sleep last night. So
oh man,
if I fall asleep, just pour at me.
I'll hit the. If you start snoring, I'll hit the mute button.
The way I work shifts, I completely get that.
Oh, I can.
Yeah.
I'm in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened last night. I couldn't go to sleep until 3 o'clock this morning. The alarm went off at 5. So,
oh, jeez,
been one of those days.
Ed just got power back this afternoon. I don't know if you talked to him.
Well, I talked to him last week when his power came back. Did he go out again?
Oh, you missed a meeting. his power went out on Tuesday morning, came back Sunday night, and went out again Wednesday or Thursday night. And it just came up about 2 hours ago.
Oh, because last Thursday when we were at the test session, I thought he said it was up.
Yeah, I can't remember when it went down. Thursday night or Friday morning, maybe. And then it's been out until now, till Tuesday. So yeah, he's not had a good week. He was mad because his Raspberry Pi came in, the new Raspberry Pi 400 with the keyboard thing. And he didn't have power to try it out.
I heard about that, the new all-in-one unit. That looks pretty cool.
Speaking of not having a good week, did you hear Goran on the net in the morning? The last couple of days, he's been trying to get somebody to come over and help take his hex beam off his tower.
Yeah, I heard him talking about that this afternoon.
Who is this?
Lauren.
Lauren Shirk or
Yeah.
Lauren Sims. I mean,
Shirk.
Oh, Lauren Sims.
I know shit Sims.
Sims.
Oh,
Shirk is in Arizona.
Yeah.
How tall is his tower, Carl?
25?
It maybe 30. We put it up. It's a Ron 25. It may be 30 feet with the antenna on it.
How big is that? How big is that antenna?
It's a hex beam. It, weighs about 20 pounds.
What's wrong with it?
He said the ice storm damaged it. He needs to repair it.
I thought, man, didn't we push that? Wasn't that on a tilt base, Bill?
Yes, it was. It was a tilt bait, and we pushed it up, and he had a guide pretty well.
I think that's what his problem is. He's got guidelines on it that he doesn't want to take down. Isn't that what he said, Carl, this afternoon? He didn't want to work with the guidelines.
I didn't. I don't guess I heard that. The one I'm talking about is the Lauren that's in Norman.
Yeah, that's Lauren.
That's Sims. Lauren Sims.
Yeah, it's.
Is he off of Main Street?
Yeah. Main Mercedes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
North or south of Main Street?
North.
Okay.
North and then west of Mercedes.
So one of the side streets off of Mercedes. Okay.
Yeah. What's weird is Ed's came through perfect. I mean, it doesn't even look bad at all. It's just gorgeous. And I wonder if that ice, he's got those ice ropes that go back to the center. I'm wondering if that is the thing that saved him.
Well, Lauren had an ice kit on his also.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, and I think you saw the pictures of David's antenna.
Yeah, David Clare's was the pole. It wasn't the antenna. The pole gave way. He had it on a little bitty pole.
Is he on Logan or Crestmont or Thornton?
Logan Drive.
Logan
1928 Logan.
What does he know what he needs?
I think he just needs some manpower. I don't know.
Is he going to tip it back down, hopefully? Because last time he had it all laid out and it was just show up, do your thing, and I think we were gone in 5 minutes.
Bill, can you call him tomorrow? I could show up with my climbing harness and do something tomorrow if he wanted it.
I know he'd sure appreciate it. He's been asking for 2 days now.
I'll call him right now.
Yeah, do that.
Call him and find out what his schedule is like tomorrow. I could show up for a little bit, and if I could get maybe a second set of eyes just to make sure everything's going okay.
Who else is here? Roger's here. Hi, Raj.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What'd you get done this week?
Oh, well, last week I went to that tailgate swap, and I picked up a Kenwood, what is it? TS530S.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
a good radio.
Yeah. Yeah, it was all right. It looked good on the inside. The top was rusty, so I took it and sanded it and primed it and painted it. It looks a lot better. 3D printing some because it was missing a couple of the legs, so I'm 3D printing a couple of replacements for it now. And I still need to replace a LED in the front, but I don't have my general. I was actually attending tonight in hopes that there was somebody that might be kind of familiar with it and be able to bench test it for me. But yeah,
530.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of us that are familiar with that radio.
It's pretty cool. It even came with the hold on, I'll show you. Came with the original manual. So
what? That's crazy.
Yeah, I also got a.
You didn't read it, did you?
I did. I've been flipping through.
Oh my gosh.
I also got one of these bad boys to go with it as well.
A lollipop.
D104 chicken choker.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's still good. The 9 volts still charged in it. So yeah, I've been trying to familiarize myself with this radio. There's a lot to it that I took the part of the inside of I've worked on computers, but I've never even seen some of these components before. So
here's the key on that one. There's big capacitors in there. When you turn it off, don't stick your hand right back in it.
Yeah.
You do that once. You get one of those.
See some magic smoke.
Or you miss a finger. One of the two. But yeah, be careful with that one. The big thing there is you got to have, it's a tube radio. So you got to be more careful on the antenna. You do not want to tune that, or you don't want to fire that thing up without a load on it, without an antenna on it. And then you got to learn the tuning sequence. That's the big magic.
Have you wired your D104 yet?
It probably came with the radio, right?
Oh, yeah, it came wired. It came with the right connector. So it.
Oh, okay. Because there's like 8 pages of wiring diagrams for D104s.
No, I got lucky there. That was why I went with this one. There was a few there. Dave Kassler put out a video like a week ago on the D104, and I was like, man, I'd like to get one of those, but I don't have a radio that I would use it with. And
surprise!
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good radio. Wayne is Wayne on here still? I don't know where he's at.
I'll be back.
I'm here.
Oh, he's here. Wayne's a big a big 530 guy.
I have a 530. That's the best radio I ever had.
There's my brother.
But I will tell you also, it is a lot more forgiving with high SWRs too. So, but just don't go too high.
Yes, a tube radio, you can handle wider variation, but don't do it without a load is the big thing. More to damage. They don't have the fold back circuitry as well as the other stuff does. But yeah, I knew Wayne had come with me that best darn radio on the planet. So
yeah, I like it better than my transistorized radio. But right now, I need new tubes in it. I get that in there, then I'm gonna fire that Jesse back up.
I showed you the one went on sale, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I just spent a bunch of money on computer parts to upgrade my computer here. So
and an antenna.
Yeah, well, the antenna, I'm gonna have to figure something out about that.
Yep. So
okay.
So Roger, what do you got for an antenna that's up? Anything?
No, I don't have anything at this point. I have a mag mount on my roof. It's for 2 meter and 440. So I hooked that up and I've been tuning around to see if I could hear anything, but I haven't really heard anything on the radio yet. So I don't know if it's like my antenna just isn't like good on those bands or whatever, or if it's like an issue with the radio. I have like the gentleman I bought it from at the consignment shop, he told me that I could bring it back like within a week if like there was something, crucially wrong with it. So I was trying to get a decent feel for what may or may not be all right with it. It fires up and the VFO seems to work just fine. I can cycle through all the bands. There's a tiny bit of flickering on the display panel, but it seems to be all right. I just can't really hear anything yet. I'm thinking I might have to build an antenna or find something to test with, but
you can just put up any piece of wire. I mean, to listen, you can just literally put a long piece of wire out there and you should be able to hear stuff. That shouldn't be a problem. Who'd you get it from? Who's the guy you got it from?
It was the guy who runs that shop. I forget his name, but
Jerry?
I have it written.
Is it Jerry?
I believe so.
N5 NUK?
Yes. Yeah, that sounds right.
Jerry's a good guy.
Where's Randy? I just got off the telephone with Lauren.
Randy left, man. Randy's not here, man. Randy? No.
Anybody else want to climb a tower, a short tower?
Oh, he did. Where's Randy?
He walked off a minute.
Oh, okay. He'll be back. What did he say? What did Lauren say?
Well, the antenna's damaged. He doesn't want to lay the tower down. He just wants somebody to climb up. But it's not. I don't think it's much higher than his house, if any.
No, I think it's 25 foot is what I remember.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
but if he has a KIO hex beam, which is I think weighs 27 pounds, and he has one of his ice lines broke on it, and he wants somebody to take that down and let him work on fix it and then put it up later. So if anybody's interested, he'll be home all day tomorrow. Give him a call.
Oh, okay. Can you put his number in the chat?
I don't know. I got his number if you want it.
Put it in the chat. Click the little button that says chat on the bottom.
You lost your audio, Bill.
That's funny. He's being secretive and hey,
Mark, I'm gonna have to come by and get some actual Zoom techniques before.
Oh, okay. On the bottom it says chat. See the chat thing?
Yeah, it says everyone.
No.
Yep. Well, it's hit to everyone.
Okay.
And then just type the phone number in there, and that way, whoever can come get him is there.
Wait a minute, I can't.
And that way, it's not on Zoom or on YouTube.
No, that's everything. Where do you type on this thing?
Bottom right, it's underneath where it says everyone says type message here.
I didn't say type message here.
You have to open the
But
chat.
I got a cursor. I don't know. Okay.
Mike figured it out. BR549. That's the wrong number, Mike.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
What was that? I forget the model. Brand new Yaesu radio. It's coming out 1st of December.
80. What was that? 8810 something?
I don't know. It looks like a mobile rig, but it's an HF rig. But it looks like mobile instead of a base radio.
Isn't it like a DX101 or something?
I don't remember.
Oh, that yeah. Or like a brand. 10.
Yeah.
DX10 or something.
Yeah.
I think you're there, John.
DX101 MP.
There it is.
Oh, I knew that. Oh, that's what you wanted? I knew that. Jeff going all technical on us. Look at
that. Yeah, it's supposed to come out December, right around the first week of December.
So what's your question? So what's your question?
I was just seeing if anybody had seen it, if you'd seen it.
No, somebody put a post on here on Facebook.
QST has a write-up in it in the next issue, and the specs look really, really good on it.
Like really similar to 7300 good? I mean, or
I didn't compare them side by side, but I was pretty impressed with the specs, and apparently so was the QST lab.
that's good. That's FTDX10. Yep, that's what I think.
10.
Stephen Price put that in there. There we go. Thanks, Stephen.
Okay.
What does he say? Somebody had a comment. I don't remember what it was. Come on, Facebook. There we go. It looks cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. The Yaesu FTDX10. I've got the Yaesu FT7. Got two of those. 7 and a 7B. Oh, here's Gordon Hudson. There you go. He's a Yaesu. He was torn between that radio. That's not the same radio, is it? It's an HF and 50 megahertz 100-watt SDR receiver. So that's going to be similar to the 7300. Yeah, they're talking about bigger radios. That's not this guy. This guy's, is it or is it not? Is this guy aimed at the 7300 or the 7610? Nobody knows.
It's kind of right in between price wise.
Oh, do they have a price now?
1500-ish list, but street price will probably come down a little bit. So I'd say they're aiming at the 7300.
Yeah, because that's for 50. Yaesu, the 7300 came out at 1500. So you're exactly right.
Isn't this supposed to
Waters
be like go ahead.
I'd say Waters and Stanton did a quick intro on it, and it retains a super het front end with a digitization a little bit later in the line, in the receiver line, to get all the advantages that you get for selectivity. Apparently that's pretty good with it, but it's priced and targeted at the 7300 with that fancy 3D display like the 101 or whatever the new high-end one is, but higher one.
Isn't this one supposed to be like the replacement for the FT45D? That range?
Well, it's about twice the price of one, but
yeah. Well, I mean,
yeah, it's a fancy intro. Beginner.
It's like throwing tactical in front of anything. You can double the price,
Yeah.
It has SDR in it, so.
But it is an SDR radio, but it still has a super het type front end that allegedly improves selectivity. Don't know. But anyway,
well, that kind of makes sense. It puts a little filter, kind of a pre-filter is what it sounds like, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of, yeah. So it kind of said, okay, you're going to be on 30-meter band or 40-meter band. No, let's get rid of this other junk. And that's been the problem with the SDRs is they get overloaded.
Yeah.
Look how much they cram into it in a small case.
Oh, it's just nuts. Nuts. And you say, Mark, that's coming out when?
First week of December. It'll be available
for Christmas.
I think MTC out of Paris is he's drooling over it. I think he's supposed to be getting a couple in, and but yeah, it's available here in the States first week of December. I can't wait to see the first. Can't wait to see the first one mobile.
They're small enough.
Yeah.
Richard will be drooling over anything new.
Oh yeah.
Well, we've certainly seen people using HW101s mobile, so.
Why not, right?
Oh, Ken, there's your description, your front end description. That. Wow.
This must be a different radio
It
than the
uses
one
the
I was talking
roofing
about.
filter words. That's the double the price tactical story.
Yeah.
So double for roofing and then double for tactical.
The European version does 4 meter as well as 6.
It won't be long until somebody figures out how to modify that.
Sharp
4 meters
Cliff.
was a fun band when I was in England, but there wasn't a lot of people on it. I bet there's a lot more people there now.
Yeah.
So you could maybe go over on a really good day. You could maybe go over on 6. I don't know if you could get back on 4. Maybe that would be interesting.
What is Lee stirring up for dinner?
Sounds like a hot torch, blowtorch. Is that what he's heating it with?
He likes his steaks rare.
Yeah.
Thought I saw a spoon or spatula earlier.
That's to tenderize it.
If you see his beard catch on fire, you'll know what he's cooking.
What's the number? What's the number to 911? What's the number to 911?
Well, it's washing dishes.
Oh, okay.
Multi.
Now, if you're in England, it's 999. So you got to remember that if you're on 4 meters.
Oh, okay. Taco night.
Whose
Tuesday-
house are we having tacos at? I'm on.
Tuesday
right
taco
down.
night. Yeah, Tuesday taco night. It's at Lee's house.
Give me a couple weeks, I'll be down there.
I stopped by Greek House on the way home because I had to have a Greek sandwich, and it really felt bad, felt wrong because there was Christmas music playing at the Greek House.
Oh no!
What is it with people playing Christmas music already?
On the 10th of November.
Oh my God!
But is the food still as good as it always was?
Oh yeah, it hasn't changed. Yeah, nothing's changed. They've
I've got a little place called Yanni's Gyros here, and it's not as, the inside's not as nice as the Greek House, but the food just as good.
Yeah, this is good. They actually put in some more cookers and some more smoke hoods, and they've got more seating in there, but everything's the same.
Where is the Greek House?
Mark.
Greek House. You don't know the Greek House?
No, I'm from Yukon.
No, you come here all the time. Really?
You need to tell him where that is.
Yeah. Let's see. We'll find it here on the. It's down on campus, Campus Corner, or east of Campus Corner. Let's see. Online menu of Greek House.
Jenkins and Boyd, just north.
768 Jenkins is where it's at. It's
Mark,
right across
that's
from the
it.
Engineering Center.
Hey, Mark.
Yep,
Linda
yeah,
and
Bill,
I
yeah,
ate
Bill.
there- Linda and I ate there a couple of weeks ago, and I think they changed the sauce, the tzatziki sauce, or what do you call it?
What do you think they've done to it? I don't think they've done much.
I think they're using a different kind of yogurt, or it's not as tangy as it used to be.
Well, just have to add a little Greek yogurt there, Mel.
That's probably you.
Yeah, no.
You're tangy. You're tangy. No, I thought it was good. I just somehow needed one of those, and
Well,
Yeah,
Bill,
yeah.
you're not as
You're not much of a sauce eater anyway.
yeah. I mean, I eat it all. What'd you say, Wayne?
I was just saying, well, maybe Bill's not as tangy as he used to be.
I was going
That's
to
for
say
sure.
that, but I was trying to be nice.
Okay, there's your menu. Sandwich or a plate is the big difference.
How do I blow
And it's
that
all
up?
the same stuff.
Yeah.
How do I blow that up?
Right click on there and say pin this video.
Okay. Do they do curbside?
I would think they'll do anything if you got the money, honey. They do cash. I know that's a biggie that everybody flips out over.
They do cash.
They don't do any credit card stuff, but
I don't have a problem with that.
yeah. I mean, you can call and place an order and tell them you're coming in a purple sedan, and they'll come. I'm sure they want your money and you want their food, so you'll figure something out.
Is that the current menu?
I think so.
Last time I bought there, the sandwich was $9.
My sandwich was $8.69 today. So,
did you get a sandwich and fries, or just a sandwich?
Sandwich. Oh, by golly, I
go with you then.
I can't eat a sandwich and a fry. The fries will kill you. They're just so good. No, mine was $8. I don't know. I still got it in my pocket. No, that's cat food. You don't want that.
Same thing.
Now, Mark, ours has got a trump on you. They do the fried mushrooms, and I'm not even big on fried mushrooms. These things are awesome.
I love them. Okay, I've got 31 cents in my pocket, Bill. So $1.31 was my change.
Well, they must have seen me coming.
Yeah.
Because they charged me $18 for 2 of them.
All that money hanging out of your pockets. Would you get soda pops and?
Nope.
Did you get chips or fries?
Nope. Just sandwiches wrapped in foil and some tzatziki sauce or whatever they call that.
That doesn't sound too horrible. Ours up here in India is about the same.
Yep. Onions. Cauliflower, not cauliflower. Is it?
A little bit of onions, tomato, tzatziki sauce, and maybe a side of something, and got to get a couple of baklava on the side, man.
Yep.
And I haven't baklava on forever.
The meat was the same, but the sauce was different.
Well, it looks like they've got extra sauces they charge you for.
Yep.
Maybe that's the deal. Maybe I asked for a sauce and he charged me for it. But one was $9.50, and I figured that was for the sauce. And one was $9.
Careful,
They
Larry.
just saw you coming, Bill.
That's what I think. Of course, that's not hard. That's not hard to do.
You can always make your own sauce too.
Yeah, I'm working on that recipe.
Like cucumber and yogurt and a little seasoning. It's not
just yogurt, isn't it?
It's yogurt. Yeah.
Well, you skipped over the seasoning part.
Yeah.
You said seasoning. What,
dill and mint.
Well, I would probably do a little dill and mint, and I would probably put a small pinch of cumin in it just because I love cumin. But
yeah.
Honestly, cucumber and yogurt is pretty damn good just by itself.
Yeah, it's a good start. That is a good start.
Use Greek yogurt, or do you use regular yogurt?
Greek yogurt if you can get it.
Okay.
So when I tell my friends, I was on Elmer night, and they said, "What'd you learn?" Well, I knew where the good Greek sandwiches are now.
Yes.
How to make a gyro.
We have to be well-rounded, right? I'm definitely well-rounded.
Yes.
I'm gonna steer us back toward radios just a little bit.
Wait a minute.
My wife asks me all the time, is that all those guys ever talk about is food?
Can you guys see? Well,
I'm going to go ahead and put the 911 number in for you, Lee, so we'll be good to go.
I thought I heard a smoke detector going off a minute ago.
No, you didn't hear. Must have been your house. My microphone was turned off.
Okay, Sam, what do you got? Why are you going to steer us to the radio?
Wait a minute.
Okay, can you see
Lee,
this?
are you cleaning the bowl under the stove grate?
This thing's kind
Yeah.
of coming and going.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Does that look familiar, Mark?
Well, Sam,
You're
it
telling
kind of,
me you don't do that, huh?
they're suction cups, Sam, but they bleed into your background.
Yeah, I see. They're coming and going. Anyway, it's kind of a modification of Mark's suction cup antenna.
Show me your cups.
Yeah, those are the suction cups. And the
Yeah, but what did
PVC.
you modify? How'd you modify it?
Well, I didn't modify it. It's just I'm using it for something different.
Oh.
I bought this, and this is what I get.
That
I
sounds
get this to
cool.
show up. You seen one of these sticking up off a truck?
Oh, yeah.
Is that a bug catcher?
That's a cell phone amplifier.
Oh, never. It looks like a.
I wondered what those were. I seem to see a lot of them lately.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you see them all over the place, especially the oil field guys. And a lot of the places I go, I got very poor cell phones. So I bought one of these little critters, like $400.
Oh my.
But I don't want to mount it. I don't want to like drill holes in my truck and mount it. So I thought, well, I'll do the suction cup. Okay. So I did the suction cup mount, and it doesn't do anything. I mean, I can't see that it helps my self signal at all. But everybody I talk to these oil field guys, and they're all like just rave about them. And that's why they've got them on all their trucks.
So you're blaming me in the suction cup, is what you're saying?
I guess what I'm asking for, I'm wondering, do I need to ground this to the vehicle some? How do you do?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering what I'm missing here. I feel like, these
ground
guys
plane.
all have them like screwed into the side of their toolboxes and stuff.
That's
so
right.
So they're grounded.
That's why it works.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just like a magnetic mount for 2 meter or 40 centimeter. I mean, it all, you got to have it mounted on your truck hard, because all you're doing is mounting against glass, and that's an insulator. So you're not getting any type of ground.
Or just run
Or
a
has
wire.
some type of electrical ground.
Yeah, just run
That's
your
what I'm
wire to
wondering,
the
right?
chassis.
Counterpoise.
If I came off of this,
Yeah, counterpoise.
probably
Yeah.
can't see it very well, but this is only part of the, it's got extra rods that go on here to make it longer. But if I attach to there and then bring that to my vehicle somehow.
Yeah, take a jumper cable and just hook it on.
How does that connect to your phone though? Like,
It doesn't. It's got basically, this is the outside antenna, and then there's an inside antenna, which is basically looks like a Hershey bar.
What?
And
it doesn't look anything like a Hershey bar. What are you talking about?
the one inside looks like it's more like a Hershey's chocolate bar, just this little rectangle.
Oh, size.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking, why would they put that in a Hershey's bar?
It's a passive internal antenna, right?
No, it's active. It's an active antenna. I mean,
Well, I guess it's active. It's powered.
And then there's a amplifier somewhere that puts it out
Plug
the
into your
outside.
cigarette lighter.
Oh, okay.
And the only thing that these I've seen these, I've been stopping people. I've been talking to these guys. The only thing you can really do wrong, the way they talk when they put them in, is to get the two antennas too close together. Got to have your outside antenna on the right side of the vehicle and your inside antenna over on the driver's side of the vehicle.
Right. Yeah, and I've got one of those.
Keep them separated.
Is it like a repeater?
Yeah, it is a repeater.
Okay. Okay.
You've got one, Mark?
I've got one that doesn't look like that. It's not mobile. It's designed for a house. I got one for a friend. I think I've still got it here. I'll go grab it. You put one antenna inside the house and you put the other one outside, and it worked. I've hooked it up and made it work. Now, the big thing is it's not all the frequencies. So for the new bands, it may not work very well. It's like 2G and below and that kind of stuff is the big win for those.
Are they for specific cell phone providers, or are they for?
It says Verizon. I mean, it lists all the majors on
Verizon,
there.
T-Mobile, Sprint,
all their
AT&T.
It's
I'm
for
not
the
sure
it's
about
for the
Sprint.
bands.
I can't remember. I could go get the box. I don't remember seeing Sprint, but AT&T, Verizon.
Say hi to everybody.
So it's
I wouldn't worry as much about the carrier as I'd worry about the frequency. Because if it's CDMA versus then a lot of guys that are out in the open spaces use CDMA, which is the old analog, because they get more distance out of it.
Yeah.
And you're probably using what is it, Mark, TMA?
He stepped away for a minute.
I'm trying to remember what the other one is. CDMA is the longer, the older style.
I don't know. I talked to a guy at O'Reilly's that had
TDMA.
Yeah,
talked to a guy that had one on his truck at O'Reilly's the other day, and he said it put 3 bars on his Verizon on his phone out in Western Oklahoma when he got this thing. And,
but there again, get more information, because if he's using it on a different type of phone.
I don't know. He was on Verizon, so I don't know. That's what I'm on. So,
yeah.
But I think I need to figure out the grounding on it. Really, is
more than likely, yeah.
If that helps.
I have Verizon, and it's CDMA coupled with GSM. But Verizon, sometime in the near future, is going to do away with CDMA.
Yeah, most of them are doing away with it.
Yeah, it seems like GSM is going to be the way to go.
Yeah, everybody's going to have to go to GSM now.
It's nice that I can take my Verizon phone straight over to the UK and it rocks with the GSM.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not cheap, but it works. I actually have another phone with a UK SIM card when we go over there. But
that's cool, Mark.
This is the outdoor antenna, the little Yagi doodad.
Yeah.
And then this is the little indoor antenna, and the idea is you put it up through a roof. There's a little plastic bolt that you can just drill a hole and pop it up there and screw it on. But that guy's inside.
Doodad, is that one of those ham terms?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, Mark, is that active or passive?
This is active. Well, right now it's passive because it's not plugged in.
Well, no kidding.
But here's the active part. This is the little repeater.
That's the doodad.
This is the doodad. Yes.
Thingamajig.
Doohickey. Okay.
God.
All right.
Thingamajig.
That's what I know. Thingamajig. All right.
What's McCall it?
Yes.
I love
The bidirectional repeater.
that ham talk.
Correct. And this says it's a dual band repeater. Uplink is 60 dB and downlink is 65 dB. Is what it says. And there's frequency lists on the back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I didn't
like
bring
we
that
can
part
read
down.
that.
I can't, so you guys might be able to.
One of the reasons I wanted to do the suction cup mount, other than I think it's cool, is I want to be able to move it from vehicle to vehicle.
Yeah, this is for a friend built the right answer is if he was a ham, he built him a shack in his cow barn. And the idea was if he wanted to stay out there overnight, he could stay out there overnight, but he put a little house and a little bedroom and that kind of stuff in there. And it was a metal building, so he couldn't get any signal inside. So this
Okay, we're all going to Lee's house.
You realize, Lee, that's just wine.
I don't care, but we're all going to Lee's house.
But he hasn't gotten his interior decorator to figure out what he wanted before he finished out the stuff. So it's been sitting here for 2 years.
See, that was Lee's bonus for cleaning the kitchen.
Did Randy ever come back? Did Randy and Bill ever talk to each other about Lauren's house?
No, I haven't.
Not yet.
Randy,
I just got back from meeting.
Randy's busy. He's getting
I'm
licked.
kind of preoccupied with Riley here.
Oh,
Randy, check the chat room.
Go ahead, Bill.
I put Lauren's telephone number in there. He's free all day tomorrow. Lauren.
It's in the chat. Lauren's call sign.
Okay,
What's
I'll
his
go
call
to it.
sign?
WA5CBF.
Oh, there it is.
Cheeseburger and fries.
I see it. John, are those numbers mean something, or are they?
Yeah. Have you ever seen the IT Crowd? The
Yeah.
show, the IT Crowd.
No.
Oh yeah, you must watch it. It's they do this skit where they say that it's a British show, and they say they're changing the 911 number to be more efficient, and then they throw out this huge string of numbers. There should be a link in a YouTube video for the commercial they do in the show for that number.
Oh yeah,
it's kind of funny. If you're into British humor, it's kind of funny.
Okay. Isn't theirs 999?
It is.
Yeah.
Would make it a whole lot easier.
I wonder how many bad calls they get.
From me, they probably get 2 a week. I get a text message on one phone from Norman 911 saying, "Your phone called 911. What's your emergency?" Yeah. Never mind.
That's why I figured they went 911 here and not 999.
Yeah.
Because you figure you get a kid playing around on the phone, he's going to call. He might hit 999.
Well, on cell phones, if you hold down your 9 key, it'll automatically dial emergency services.
Yep, that's what I think mine does.
I try not to do that.
Mark's guilty of pocket dialing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've had problems with. I had some phones that had a default number of number 1 was emergency dial. So if you accidentally pocket dialed it, you called 911 and you could not change the number.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have been able to change the number to at least the administrative number of the fire department.
Yep.
Yeah.
But nah, you couldn't do that. So yeah, fortunately the phone I have now does not do that.
This one's lock screen has an emergency dial on it. And if you hit that button, it will emergency dial when it's in my pocket. And I run an application that's supposed to pull that button off of there, but it updates the lock screen, and then the button comes back, and that's when I dial the 911, and they get mad. And oh well, I figured Grizz will bail me out since it's on that the first responder phone, the FirstNet. It's a FirstNet phone that's doing it. We will.
Yeah,
we will.
I like this one.
There you go. So we got Lauren taken care of. Can we check that box? Randy, are you into that?
Yeah, I got the phone number. I'll call him in the morning.
Awesome.
Okay. Hey, you weren't here, but he said that he wanted to leave the tower up and take the antenna down. And it's a KIO hex beam. And it weighs about 25 pounds.
Okay.
He has, if he's like before, he had everything, including the right wrenches and everything lined out. So I'm sure he'll have it all ready to go.
Yeah.
I thought his son was doing that stuff.
His son helped him put it up.
Yeah.
I don't know where he is now.
Maybe move somewhere else. Okay. Well, we can check that one off. Roger, did you get an answer to having your 530 tested out?
Not quite. Hold on real quick. Let's see. Wayne, I was wondering, you said that you were pretty familiar with him. Do you think maybe if I brought it to you, you'd be willing to test it out? I'd compensate you if you'd be interested.
Well, I don't have any antennas or anything. I don't have any way to hook it up.
Okay.
I've got a dummy load at the office. Do you have tuner, or do you have a SWR meter, some kind of way to?
I don't have an SWR meter.
Wayne, does that need? I can't remember the 530. Does that need a meter, external meter?
It has a meter on it. ALC, IP, RF, and HV.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
has
think
a meter on it, but it doesn't. It's not SWR. It's only ALC and power.
So you need an external meter.
Yeah, you'll want an external meter to put on it, but even if you're just going into a dummy load, then it's not really that big a deal.
Right, but you can at least see what power is going through. I've got a couple of those. I'll work with you, Roger, and see what we can get set up. I've got a
We can figure out something. Then
test. What kind of leads do you have for power on the thing?
So it has a thing going right to the wall.
Oh, that's a 530 is 110 volt. Never mind. You're right. So power and a few jumpers and the antenna would show you if it was transmitting. And I've got a service monitor. Darn sure.
Well,
see if it's receiving.
Whether it'll load up too and hold the load.
Yeah.
You're gonna need a key. If you got a straight key, then that's the easiest way. You got to put a tone through it.
Yeah.
I don't have a key. I do have a microphone though.
Does that? It's got AM, doesn't it?
No, it does not. It's sidemen only.
Got a key.
But it's not a big deal. I mean, I've got a key. You got a key. That's all you got to do is just plug it in, go down on it so that it transmits a carrier.
Yep. And then
what the instruction says as to how to tune it up, do exactly what the instruction says, and you'll be golden.
Yeah. Have you looked in the book since you read the book and screwed up and already? Did you did you read the section on tuning the finals or tuning the transmitter?
No, I'm aware. I'm aware of the process that it exists. That's about it. I really need to delve into it more, and for that reason, I haven't really left it on that much.
No, I wouldn't leave it on, but leave it powered off and just go through that. Like Wayne said, just go through the mechanics of figuring out which knob they're wanting you to twist, because a lot of that's muscle memory stuff. This knob and this knob is.
So it has separate switches on it. There's one that you have to turn on that actually activates the tube, so you can leave that turned off and play with
heater.
That's all you want. Yeah, leave the heater turned off, and then you won't be transmitting.
Okay. Yeah, I've been doing that. I have a lot of YouTube content that I can kind of dip into, but with this it's a bit less. It's kind of there's not a ton of info. I haven't really found a lot of detailed tutorials on how to basically do the load plate drive, adjusting the tune.
Because everybody but you, Roger, knows how to do that.
Yeah.
That's why it's not there.
Well, and then it's a little more difficult that you don't have an antenna, because you want to tune your drive to the best audio first, and just kind of start tweaking the other things. But either way, even if you had a dummy load,
that way it just show you if it was working is the right answer.
Yeah, and then
all
you
he wants to do.
Key down for 30 seconds, and if you have a power meter hooked up to it, you can tell if it's going to hold the power, if it's going to drain off. That's what the problem was with mine, was whenever you would start using it, and all of a sudden it would just fade out. And somebody said that my finals were just old and tired, like I am.
Yeah, I don't really mind. Even if I could just know what would need to be done to it, I think I could go from there. I'm interested in, the electronics hobby side of it, but I would like to have some sort of starting point, I guess. If it's beyond, worth the effort, I suppose I'd like to be aware of that if possible.
Yeah. I think that'd be a good thing to do. What's your schedule, Roger?
So I'm pretty much free. I work from home. I'm a software engineer, so I have a workload that I have to accomplish, but basically I can kind of be a bit flexible within reason.
Okay. Well, I'll get with you. I've got that, like I said, I've got that antenna and a couple jumper leads, and that'll let you heat it up. You don't want to, you really don't want to do more than 10-second bursts. Obviously, the test that Wayne was talking about is a good test to make sure long-term, but you really don't want to, in your tuning, go more than 10 seconds at a pop. So,
especially at high power.
Yeah. So that's what I was suggesting is go through that procedure, that written procedure, and tweak the thing while it's powered off, so you understand what your physical connections are, and then apply power. The worst thing you can do is key down and then start looking for the book, and and then find the page, and then read the topic, and then wonder what that smell is. And usually you burn a fuse at that point. But
so just
that's-
FYI, if you do turn the heater on, make sure you leave it on for, I don't know, a minute or two. Give it good time to heat up before you start doing anything, before you start keying down and stuff.
Okay.
But now, correct me if I'm wrong, though, Mark. He can still tune into a dummy load, and he's not actually going out over the air, even though he doesn't have the privileges. He's not going out over the air if he goes into a dummy load.
Right.
Yeah, you can tune anywhere with the dummy load, because that's not radiating. It'll radiate in the building or 20 feet away or something. But I mean, for instance, I have a service monitor that I can transmit from darn near 0 hertz to a gigahertz. So as long as I'm transmitting into a dummy load or into a radio, I'm fine. But if I put it up on an antenna over the head, I can get in trouble. Not a good thing.
Which you haven't done, have you, Mark?
No, heavens no. and you cannot listen on the 880 megahertz bands, because that's cell phone bands, and it's illegal to listen on those bands. And you can't. I've never done that either.
Yeah, nobody does that.
No, there's Gordon.
Hey, what's up?
There's the guilty guy.
What am I doing now?
Well, Peter's in here now too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
There's this guy named Ed Hatch,
Ed Hatch came in?
Yeah, he was.
way.
He-
Where?
He dropped his video.
Incognito.
Yeah, he
Just
dropped his
his name.
video.
He's allegedly on a Raspberry Pi 400.
Really?
The new
That may
keyboard.
be
doing
why
this.
there's no video.
Well, no, he had video earlier that dropped out.
Oh, okay.
He had it working, but he's not very skilled. Let's just put it that way. No, I just talked to him on the way home, and he said he just gotten it, and or I talked to him at lunch, and he said he had gotten it, and I said, "Here's your task. Figure it out how to get on Elmer night and tell us how it works."
Of course, Larry's working in the background, but he's also drinking something with a koozie, so we're not really sure what he's drinking.
We can guess.
All right. Okay. Just making sure there, Larry.
It's probably vodka in it.
Spike coffee.
Yeah. like that clear bottle that Gordon has.
Yeah.
I'm
What do you guys think I have an opaque cup? Come on.
Yeah,
The
but I'm
Sally
empty.
rum.
I'm going to Lee's house. He's got margaritas.
I know what Don's got. He's got the cheapest old style beer you could find.
No, I've actually got Bacardi and Coke.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Style was
What are you from Illinois? Old style. God.
We were doing Bushmills and on the rocks here.
Well, I'm usually a Labatt's Blue guy, but I just happen to have some Bacardi tonight. So there you go.
See, I told you, old style, Labatt's Blue.
Ooh.
Well, yeah.
That's Canadian old style. We
Much.
affectionately called it Cold Stool. And that was pretty accurate.
The Molson Canadian, the white box when I can find it, but it's a little hard to find around here.
Mike should be able to pick you some up.
Oh, all I got to do is hop over into Ohio, and it's all over the place.
Probably like here in Oklahoma, it costs $10,000 to get the first one in the state.
Yeah.
I'm still not allowed to cross the bridge.
There's a reason for that.
Is that you mean the one into the UP, or you mean you're not allowed to come down to the rest out of Michigan?
No, even further north to Canada, I'm not essential traffic.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
It's
I would definitely call it essential. That is definitely essential.
Yeah, it's for
Yeah, if you
liquor.
tell
It's
the-
essential.
If you tell the customs guy you're going on a beer run.
Well, no, you actually have to go down to Detroit to get there, though, right?
As long as you give him some
No.
beer on the way through, then you should be good to go, right?
Everybody's
I
seen
don't
the
know.
You know
cannonball,
his
right?
name is Dave. It's a given.
Good day,
Hey, Dave, you hoser.
So, Mike,
Yeah.
what's your closest bridge?
Some beers and back bacon, eh?
To Canada?
Yeah.
Sault Ste. Marie?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a hell of a lot closer than Detroit.
From
Yeah,
Copper
okay.
Harbor, you can see Canada.
Oh, you can
Cannot.
almost a rock
Yeah,
sort
you
of breeze
can.
out.
From Copper Harbor, yeah.
You need a 6-pack to get to the border.
Yeah,
wouldn't
after
you?
a 6-pack you can. Oh, by the way, happy Edmund Fitzgerald Day.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
What is that, like 45 years?
My thing here.
45 years.
I don't know that I would call it
1975.
happy, but yes.
Yeah,
Been
not happy
listening
at
to
all.
Gordon
Well, it's
Lightfoot the
usually
last several
November
days.
2nd through 4th.
So Mark, you probably lost 20 or 30 people on YouTube. They all ran out for beer now.
Oh, and
Yeah, I'm very tempted.
Happy birthday to the United States Marine Corps.
That's right. Yeah.
That's it. Yep.
Semper Fi.
That's
You're muted, Don.
So is there any radio
Oh,
chatter going on or just
Even the Zoomies appreciate the Marines.
No, Peter, we're just talking booze and food here. We're not talking radio.
no. We got
Okay, very
Roger.
good.
Roger got him a brand new TS 530.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh wow. That's not the hybrid one, is it?
Yeah, I believe it is from what I understand. It also came with the original book, and I got one of these bad boys as well. I was showing it off earlier.
We talked about that a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
That's like $165 on eBay. I was just looking at one.
Really?
Yeah.
For a working one? Wow.
Yeah, the value is going to go up. I was telling you, Dave Kassler put out a video like a week ago, so all the new hams that have never really seen it before want one now too. So
Okay, Peter Laws, show us your well, careful here. Show us your call sign tag for the chicken joker. This is what you need, Roger, right here. This is it, baby.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
That's one of my Elmers. This was his radio, and when I got it, I sprung it. What did we looked it up? It's only like $20, right?
Yeah, something like that.
It looks like it's etched steel. It's not. It's plastic. But unless you look right close to it, you'll never know. They're pretty neat.
Turn it around.
No, well, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's black on the back, right?
actually, that's not a bad idea. I just printed my call sign and I painted it.
Yeah.
Not too bad. I might try that to put
But
something on top.
this guy, he's on.
It's it's on our
We had it
YouTube
on the
channel.
yeah. He's on eBay, and you'll have it in a week. And it just you unscrew the back and you put this thing under, slip it under the back panel of the head and screw it back together, and that's all there is to it. I mean, it's just a piece of plastic, but it looks really sharp, I thought.
Do those on the air signs, do they have like a little detector in them and they light up when you transmit?
Which one? Not the one on the microphone.
No, the one that Lee had. He had like a
Lee's changes
call
colors.
sign on, and it looks like it looks like it lit up.
Isn't that the one that you got from the SCARS meeting from the lady in Moore?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
actually, I got this right after I joined. I won the door prize, and that was the door prize.
Oh, I remember that.
Yep.
I'll have to get one. I may be tempted to put a detector in there so it just lights up when you transmit, you know?
That's what I always thought would be a cool idea. Put an RF detector in there and just have it.
Yeah.
I have one of those D104s, but the element's bad in it. I wonder, can you still get those things?
Oh, Heil makes one. We looked at that too.
Yeah. Whenever I picked it
And
up, the
yeah,
guys
you
at the
can
shop
get the
were saying
elements.
they sell like internal replacement kits for these actually.
Oh yeah.
Where was that at, Roger?
The swap meet, it was at the Edmond consignment shop, like by the water tower.
Jerry
Up in Edmond.
Go to Aztec on the web.
Aztec.
Yeah.
Yeah, Heil's got them too. I don't know what you looked at those.
Yeah, there's a D104s have a huge following. Still.
Yeah. They're probably more.
A couple of these horrible things.
That's
Oh
the
my
mobile
gosh.
version, isn't it?
Yeah, I got a couple of them. They both got scratchy switches.
Yeah. God, I haven't seen the mobile. D104M, wasn't it, or M104 or something?
Yeah, M6B.
Yeah. I remember those.
Well, you
back
know,
in
you
the
could
day.
probably spray that puppy.
Tenfold good, buddy.
Gordon, there's only a few mics that are worse than that. Are you familiar with the Pi ugly block of green plastic mic?
Who's this? Who's saying this?
It's Don.
Hey, Don.
I don't even see a model number on this one.
Okay.
That's a
I
D104.
didn't know with your background if you might know the familiar with the ugly green block of plastic Pi mic.
Pi.
PYE, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No
It
good.
was more squarish than that one, and audio quality was rather mediocre.
Ohio.
Oh,
Yeah,
Don,
this-
I didn't even see you up there. Oh my God.
Well, I'm in Indianapolis.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't see you. You're too far away.
Well, yeah.
And you have less hair than the last time I saw you.
Only because I shaved it today.
He's on my screen. He's right next to you, Peter.
That way or that way?
First way.
That way.
To your
that
right.
way.
To your
You're right,
right.
we think.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Reach through and grab him. Yeah.
And Peter, since you've come in late, I will be down there the first 3 weeks of December.
Oh, okay.
Fair
So
warning.
perhaps a burger is in order.
It's a possibility. Never know.
We'll see.
Hey, speaking of FAA, which we were not, do you have anything to do with the NDBs? Because you piped in on a conversation the other day about non-directionals. And
Well, I know what they are, and I have worked with them. I don't work on them, but I work with them.
oh, okay.
So what's your question?
Oh no, I was just curious. I don't know where to go to look for the status of them because they're dropping like flies.
Yes, they are.
And I was just curious how long that tail will be.
Yeah, and they don't even tell us much either. I've pretty much got the same information that you've got. Keep looking on not SkyVector, airnav.com.
Okay.
By call sign, and it'll tell you if it's still active or not.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're just a basic old AM low frequency transmitter with a with a CWID, as you're well aware.
Yeah.
But now, having said that, in Nebraska, the state of Nebraska has a whole crap load of those that their crop dusters and their GA pilots love.
Oh.
They are maintained by the state and paid for by the state, and they're keeping them alive.
Well, that makes sense
Cool.
for crop dusters, though.
Yeah, because they only have like a handheld flashlight, and pretty much that's the only communication equipment, right?
And a 6-pack of beer.
And an AM radio. So
Yeah, but I mean, I've actually been to Nebraska Department of Aviation and dealt with the lady there that used to instill, I should say, is basically the operations manager for that. She doesn't fix them, but she makes sure they get fixed. And she used to call us all the time at our operations center, and I just happened to be fortunate enough to be wandering through Nebraska here last year, and stopped and had a nice chat and found a lot of things. But yeah, they're not dead.
no, they're not. RG is still beeping away. And that's easy to hear because it's 400 watts, but OUN died.
Yeah, OUN's gone.
Yeah, they switched frequencies and then they disappeared.
Wasn't there a HMI or an HMU?
or just HM down at
HM, yes.
the heliport down in.
Yeah, is that still
Lexington.
going?
Not as far as I can tell.
Ooh, okay.
and
I
there
was not aware of that.
There's another one over in Shawnee that I used to be able to hear, and I haven't heard that in a while either. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
sad.
not.
I mean,
I'm
I get
not
it.
quite into. I'm not actually. I'm working at Indy Center now. I'm not actually into the NDB thing as much as I was a year ago.
Well, yeah, because
But
they're going away. I mean,
but I know who to check with. So yeah. Well, VORs are getting sucked down too. They're reducing VORs as well. If you know what VORs are. So.
I mean, it's 2020, right? I mean,
That's what we used before GPS.
Yeah, but we still need the VORs in case the GPS goes to. I can't think of a good 3-letter acronym for that. To
EMP.
Alpha Fox Uniform.
EMP.
Yes, or EMP. Yes, exactly. So
that's our
Yeah, so
topic.
we're going to have a presentation on EMPs. Is that right?
Yes. Well, hey, it all involves radio, right?
Yep.
I'm looking forward to that.
You're talking about the variable omni range?
Yeah, VORs.
Okay.
yeah.
They're. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So somebody's thinking about GPS, and yeah, it's great, and we all love it, but eggs, one basket, and so there's been some more experimentation with ELORAN, believe it or not, down at 100 kilohertz or whatever.
Yes.
And there've been some experimentation just recently on that stuff. So something was turned on.
I think that's coming back.
Yeah. So that's kind of interesting to see that coming back. It won't be nearly as big as it used to be, but
yeah, a lot of the VORs, a lot of the little terminal VORs at the smaller airports are going away.
Yeah.
We're going to go to en route VORs so we can at least get the planes from point A to point B.
Interesting.
Don, I like
So
that t-shirt.
The private pilots, are just ancillary.
Say that again.
Private pilots are just ancillary. They don't count.
Well, if you got Lee, and I am a private pilot myself. If you get high enough and honestly above 3,000, 5,000 feet in most areas, you can at least pick up a VOR or two. So it's really not that big of a deal. And most of your planes anymore at least have some kind of rudimentary GPS. So even if it's just a VFR GPS. So.
Or your phone.
Or you could just look at the frickin' sectional chart and figure out where you are.
The 3 R's.
Pretty old school. That's pretty old school.
It could be Conrad who tried to leave, or it could be Conrad who tried to leave Waco and had nothing.
When I was taking flying lessons, my instructor had us. We flew up to Stillwater, and he made me use the VORs and all this stuff. And then we landed, and we got ready to come home. And he said, "Now you do whatever you want, just get us home safe." And I took off, and I went up to about 3,000 feet. And he said, "So I didn't see you set any radios. What are you doing?" And I said, "Well, that's downtown Oklahoma City right over there. I'm going to fly right toward it. And before I hit the buildings, I'm going to turn right, and we'll be at the airport." His face got red.
Peter, I actually thought about you yesterday.
I'm so sorry.
I was, the reason I was is our current president of the U.S. is selling his Sikorsky 76B helicopter, the custom one that he had back in 2016, and he's selling it at a reasonable price. So I thought of you yesterday. I thought that'd be something you might want to pick up.
A helicopter? No.
He only wanted 800,000 for it.
That's
seems cheap for a helicopter. Yeah.
Well,
Sikorsky, what model number?
It's a 76-B.
76.
The problem is
one with retractable gear.
It's custom. It's a custom.
Seats like 9.
It probably has no airworthiness certificate at 800K.
Even if it does, the care and feeding will kill you.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, just
Yeah, it's
keeping the
going to cost you about
certifications up.
$700 an hour.
Yes, I'm quite fine with a 172 at about 150 or a 182 at 2 1/4, which is what I'm paying for them right now. And you know what? That sounds like a crap load of money, but it's way cheaper than owning them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like a fractional business jet.
Well, this is just plain old renting them.
I just wish my
Yeah.
brother-in-law still had his Mooney 231.
Gee, Mark, you could pick that up, and that'd be easy to get the work back from.
Yeah, right. Just what I need. I could land up at the airport or at the hospital. Problem is that hospital airpad's been full for the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's bringing all those ICU folks in from out. in
Yeah, they
Hinterlands.
probably wouldn't appreciate you accompanying their pad for 8 hours a day either.
No, they've been busy. Last night I was looking, had one go right over the house, and there were 6 Metaflight choppers in the air in central Oklahoma last night simultaneously.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What are we looking at, Lee? Oh,
FCC. Your tax dollars at work.
It's an amazing logo here.
Lee, did you get your tacos all over your shirt?
No.
Looks a different color than when you were washing dishes.
It is a different color. I changed.
Dish rag. Here's what you need right there, guys. Flight Radar 24 showing a pair of our friends at Alphabet of their balloons at 66,000 feet.
oh, Ken's holding up a neat radio.
Look, it's a ham radio thing.
Hey,
surprise.
Cappy.
What
Does
it
it work?
is?
Does it work? Did you get it all
Well,
built?
it's got a little problem. That's not in
Does?
there yet.
Oh.
But it's getting close. I didn't have any resistors left over.
That's a shame.
Oh, wow.
That's
Well,
a
that
good
means it
thing.
works, right?
I think that's a good sign. But I've only got a little, one more evening, and I should be making smoke or something.
What is this that you're building?
This is a QCX Plus.
Oh, okay.
That's a nice. That Hans Summers does nice work.
He does. Very
Has
good.
anybody heard after the earthquake in Turkey if he's okay? I've looked around and I can't see any messages or.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a pretty big earthquake, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Ken?
it was. There were quite a few fatalities. And
I get the news
When
groups,
did that
but
happen?
2 weeks ago.
yeah,
Wow.
10 days or 2 weeks or so. It's been a little while, but
It was a real big earthquake.
yeah. But they do it. That he puts together a very nice kit with phenomenal documentation. The only part of this that's a booger is the first step, and that's winding the first toroid transformer. And after I had so much fun with that, I went ahead and built the front panel.
I thought you meant paying for it.
I thought you meant getting the box open.
No, that transformer right
Did you
there.
wind that yourself?
Yeah, it's for 40 meters. It's got 53 turns. It's about a half inch in diameter.
Oh my!
And
And you wound that,
There's
right?
4 separate windings.
Yeah.
There's primary and 3 secondaries. So you
Oh,
got 8 little wiggly wires coming out of it when you're done to get into the board in the right holes.
Well, and your eyes are as good as they were when you were 20, so it
I
shouldn't be
know.
a problem.
I know, but
Did you
that
wind
was-
some of them backwards for laughs?
that was not. It's a good thing they do it up front because when you get that done, you know the rest of it's all easy. So
It can't get any worse.
now there's 4 more toroids, but they're all single winding, so they won't be bad. Anyway, having fun with it. Now all I got to do is learn code again. We're working on that Monday nights.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
I didn't go last night. I woke up at 2:00 this morning. I went, holy nuts! I forgot to go there.
So,
What'd we do?
so
What'd we
tell
do?
me about that. What are we doing?
It's a support group. We basically get together and it's kind of like weighing in at Weight Watchers.
Exactly.
That's pretty much what it's like. So,
Yeah, okay.
But we get together and Alan tries to pull something up relevant. One night he had a presentation on the history of code and some aspects of it that I hadn't read about. And last night he had a gentleman from Alberta come on, long time ham radio operator up there, and discuss some of the different ramifications of licensing in Canada and here, and the fact that they still have code to deal with, but and some of the training, just a little bit of experience that he's had, which was an interesting little bit, and of course everybody got to kind of weigh in with their thoughts on how they were doing or what they might want to get help with or whatever. So it's just a support group. In the meantime, we're supposed to gain 2 letters or two characters a week.
Thought it was 4.
No, is it 4? 4 characters. You're right. It's 4 characters a week, which puts us.
I'm more at 2, but anyway,
well, it's 4. And at the end of 4, you got the numbers, letters, and punctuation or some basic punctuation, and then there will be some live on-air nets with the group.
That's what I was curious about. Is it all Norman people, or is it? Well, no, Alberta's not in Norman, but
it's through the FAA, the Aeronautical Center.
Oh, okay.
It's Alan Cope.
Alan Cope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, is the Aeronautical Center Club back active again? I know it was kind of dormant for a while.
They're Zoom meetings and doing classes or on air stuff, online stuff. But anyway,
that's where I took my technician exam.
A lot of repeaters out there.
Yeah, they've got 4 repeaters here in town, and I was wondering if any of them are linked. I was listening to their Northwest repeater today, and there was a guy on there I was talking to that said he was out at 240 and 40 out east of town, and made me wonder if he just had a great radio, if somehow they're linked.
Well, if you put the receiver up high enough, you don't have to link anything. So
240 and 40 is not crazy for any decent altitude repeater at OKC. I mean, I know. My goodness, somebody will remind me. The one that was up on Channel 4's tower used to cover about 1/3 of the state.
Yeah, that one's high. But they still have that one up on KFOR's tower.
Yeah, what was the freak on that?
I'd have.
Yeah, me too.
Isn't that 145?
It's in my radio, you know.
Isn't that the 210? 145 210? No.
Like my cell phone, you know.
I thought it was 146 something, but I could be. It's been a lot of years.
You know, once I program it in my radio, it's like
I'll just look it up.
Cell phone. I just forget it, you know. And I'm not sure where their Northwest repeater is, but I mean, it's the one I can hit from Piedmont up here real easily. But I can also hit the KFOR one. But I was just surprised.
Okay, well, that's good, because I know at one time, I've been with the FAA since 2001, and quite a lot of the times I've come up there and I've tried to get a hold of somebody in the club, and there's just no response, and there's just nothing going on, and it was kind of dormant for a while. So I'm glad to hear it's at least got some life in it.
Yeah. Well, repeater wise, I hear less. I've got both my vehicles set to scan, and I hear less on their repeaters than I do anybody's. Of course, actually, SCARS is the busiest one.
Oh my God! Yap. All the time.
Yeah.
Usually
we're all a bunch of
TechNet
yappers
on those repeaters, right?
It's usually Lee. Lee and
I wasn't
somebody.
I wasn't
you know?
gonna say, but
Well, I will because he's busy. He's talking on the radio. He's not hearing me, so he's busy. But
it's funny.
Where is?
I'm also very glad to hear that the Scars repeater is getting some use. It was also very quiet for many years.
It
Fortunately,
was.
I can't hit it from. I can't hit it from here, but I can hear it. From
In the
Piedmont.
last 6-7 years, the club has been very, very active. As you may know, we are the Hamvention Club of the Year. So, yeah.
If you don't believe it, just ask anybody.
Yeah.
Mark, your audio's off.
You weren't supposed to tell them.
I was, yeah, that it's so much better. I was on the 2 meter net giving the Oklahoma DX Association blurb. If you don't know that we're Invention Club of the Year, you can look at the website. That'll only tell you 12 times. No, it is really cool. The neat thing is that Paul, and I saw he was on here earlier, Paul is a member, came from the club that beat us out the year before, and they are a very active club as well. So it's kind of cool to see the good ones out there. So lots of nifty stuff happening. Yeah, I never finished that. I did a thing in July for a repeater use study. I downloaded all the audio files from bandwidth or whatever it is. Whoever does our Broadcastify, downloaded all the files, and I did a I could tell what time of the day it was most busy and how much it was being used throughout the week, and that thing's pretty darn active. Pretty active.
Well, that's good. Are you? Did you ever figure out the wah 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 problem on the repeater?
Yeah, we haven't had anything.
It was a doo-wop group here in town. They were practicing.
I think it might have been. Yeah, we used to have them. We used to have that problem, and sometimes we'd go out and sprung the guide wires on the tower, and it would go away, and sometimes it wouldn't, and et cetera, et cetera.
I think the big one there was the PL tone was being transmitted the same one as the incoming one, which gave it a
that's a different problem, but yeah,
we fixed 4 or 5. We've actually fixed 5 or 6 different ones in different.
Oh, okay. So you got split PL tones now?
No, we don't have one on the outbound.
Yeah, just pull it off.
Okay.
More hassle. It's
hearing itself.
That's actually not a darn bad idea.
Yeah.
So you're full PL on the input?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
Yep.
141.3 or?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because that's the way I got a good memory.
That's the way the Detroit, actually that came from the Detroit police radios is where that came from for Oklahoma City.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They had a whole pallet full of Detroit police radios that
Master 2s, I'm sure.
And they had the 141.3 cartridges in them.
No, they were all Motorola's, and yeah, they all had they all had the 141.3, and somebody in Oklahoma City bought the whole pallet, and of course everybody grabbed it, and the only crystal that we had for a PL tone was 141.3, and that's why every radio here in town is 141.3 to this day, because that pallet full of radios that showed up a long time ago. And it's like, well, I've got that now. Anybody and their brother can change the stupid PL tone in half a minute.
Now, are you still running the in-town receiver on the opposite shift?
Long sad story.
Have nothing there at this point.
No, we switched that to
no.
We switched that to a different. We put it on the 6.6 instead of 4.6 because somebody showed up with a. 4.6 wasn't coordinated, and somebody showed up with an Echolink node or some IRLP or something on 4.6. So we switched it to 6.6 with a different tone. But that, it was still that same old parts of the radio. I bought new radios for it a couple of years ago, probably more years ago now than I want to think about.
I remember putting that thing together, or re-putting it together.
Yeah.
At one point.
And so we've got all the pieces, and it's just a matter of finding the manpower and the time to actually do it.
Completely understood.
We think we still have the space up in the thing, but nobody's been up there in ages. And now campus access is it's not pleasant. So, and they look at you funny. So
well, they look at me funny anyway.
That's just
well,
you,
yeah.
Peter. Yeah, that's just you.
Oh, it's just me. Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, it's just you. It's not. It's nobody else look like. I'm trying to find if Hans has done any posting recently. Was I was going for?
Is that the tiny essay guy? Or
QCX.
QCX,
right.
Yeah. Wrong Eastern European ham radio project. Sorry.
Exactly. You got to stand it knee deep in those things.
Yeah.
Tiny essay is different. What's that guy's name?
I don't know.
You don't know either.
Hey, did anybody get a tiny essay?
Somebody was ordering one. Who had that?
I think wasn't Peter getting one? There he is. Do you like it?
Hardly played with it at all. There's just been too much going on.
Oh, that's right. You got one. Yeah,
I've got one. Yeah, with all the little accessories. I'm working my way through the IMSE 8080 guy has a web on his YouTube channel. He's got a whole series on it, and in fact, today I just started working through that.
Groovy.
Peter, so you have a tiny SA and the Nano VNA as well?
No, I don't have the Nano VNA. I just have the tiny SA.
I've got two versions
it's the same
of Nano
guy.
VNA.
It's the first video of the guy did in the series said, "Oh, well, this is kind of, boy, that's really noisy. That's a bit of a disappointment." But even he said, "But for $49." I mean, it's a spectrum analyzer for $49. Is it as good as the HP stuff? Well, no, actually, it's not. But it's not. It's not $4,900 either. So
I have this Nano VNA version too. I think this one goes up to 3 gigahertz, and it didn't come with a battery, so I sort of stuck one to the bottom and put some feet on it so I didn't explode it by putting it down on sharp objects.
That'd be it's a good idea.
Hey, Mark.
Yes, sir.
Check your chat.
Okay.
But these things are actually pretty good. The Nano VNAs, I checked it against a real VNA at work, and pretty good. Even the version 1's pretty good, up to about 1 gigahertz, 900 megahertz. So, yeah, good stuff. Cheap as chips.
This thing is supposed to be a signal generator, and I don't remember over what band. But I thought that would be kind of a handy thing to have around as well.
That'd be handy. So does it have a tracking generator then?
I don't think so. I think it's an either or thing. I think it's.
My recollection is that they were working on that for software.
That wouldn't surprise me. That was the other thing. It was like, I want to encourage this guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I can afford $50, although I have no argument to buy one of these, but except that I appreciate that the guy put the time into that, and I'd like to see him succeed. And I know the Nano VNA's got a good reputation for him updating it and providing new software and all that stuff. What the heck? Somebody's got to keep those factories humming in China. I mean,
they're already running hard for COVID.
I know, but
that's a good idea. I have the same attitude too. That just the same with the QRP guy, the on stuff. Let's encourage that.
Is anybody supporting that one guy in Greece? Oh man, what's he called? SV1AFN.com.
Boy, that sounds familiar. What is his thing?
He does a bunch of things for ham radio.
Oh, that.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He does like filters and LNAs.
I bought
and
4 of everything.
Things like that. Yeah. So, SV1AFN.com, I think.
The call sign's familiar.
Was he the guy that did the double sideband for the QSX? Or was that a different guy?
The QSX is not out.
No, QCX. I'm sorry, QCX.
Oh, QCX. Okay.
I sent a link. I sent a link in the chat if you want to go check his website out.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's got some pretty useful stuff. He does good stuff.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I love the clock.
I've got the rulers. He does like a couple of stylish PCB rulers. They're pretty cool.
Oh, that's a neat idea.
What was his SV1 what?
AlphaFoxNovember.com.
So are these kits or are these already put together?
I think you can do both.
If you want to see how fast somebody can destroy a kit, just watch me.
We could have a soldering contest and see which one ruins something first.
Let's do some 0402 surface mount.
Oh, God.
That'll separate the wheat from the chaff right there.
Let's go. Get Don's,
I would win that contest.
Get Don's beer. I got my microscope. I'll take you on.
Jesus.
I'm one of those that takes both hands to solder.
You bet.
It's just practice, man.
I need 3. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Get one of Mark's kit. Get one of Mark's light up kits.
If you can find them. I still haven't found those.
I thought the one that you were selling, Mark?
Yeah, the $2 kit. I was supposed to get one of those. What happened to that?
What's this $2 kit?
I took them to the SCARS meeting, and I have yet to find them back. I'm sure they're in one of the backpacks, and I haven't unloaded all the backpacks. Charlene brings me these great backpacks that kids leave at school and abandon, and they all look alike to me. And I've stuffed it in the wrong darn backpack, but that's what it is. But no, here's the kit.
And I have to do like the kids and put your name on it.
Oh, that helps. I stuff it.
Yeah, Mark's got it on the SCARS website.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah, it's a neat.
Yeah, it was just a little. Yeah,
just
but
a
all
kit.
SMD and I don't know what are these. These are not 0402s, are they? They're like 1206 or something. Please say so.
No, they're not the super tiny. These are the super tinies on the right hand side. I think these are 402s. I don't remember what they were. It's been too long.
402 LEDs?
Yeah.
What are you looking at there, Mark?
That's off the W5NOR webpage. I bought those off of eBay.
I see that.
Yeah, a lot of us bought those kits for Mark to SCARS meeting.
Did he ever deliver, or did you just collect the money?
I didn't collect any money that I didn't. I don't collect money unless I give you the stuff. There's no way I do that.
This covers the gamut. You got 1206, 0805, 0603, and 0402 by the looks of things.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. And it's just lights up some crazy stuff and
0603 LEDs by the looks of things. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, and it was just a practice doing the SMT stuff, right?
Yep.
Wayne, you need to get one of those and practice with it.
Yeah.
Talking about the Pixie kit.
No, the Pixie.
I know where my kit is. Anybody? How bad do you want one?
There you go. Now you're talking.
What's the Earl to the little tiny kit there? Not Pixie.
That's off the web
club website. Yeah.
It's on the front page. Just roll down.
Oh, it's on the front page.
Oh God, you call it an Earl? I've never heard anybody call it an Earl before. That's awesome.
See, that's computer nerd talk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You got an Earl for that? Yep.
Yep.
Thought it was pronounced Earl.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, that's computer nerd 2 and computer nerd 3. Yes,
I'm a computer nerd, so
yeah, we earn it.
Cool. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that. Yeah.
No, I did that. It was the last meeting we did in person before all this went to poop in February.
Okay.
And then I stuffed them in a bag, and it's with my audio gear somewhere, and I don't know where the audio gear is. But
one of your mini backpacks
Yes, exactly. Yep. I need to go through those.
Mark, you don't happen to have one of those bags, Wi-Fi board for one of those HP streams, do you?
You mean a different board?
Yeah. Remember I told you the
Oh,
problem I
yours
had?
poofed?
I have a feeling it has. Remember I told you all my Wi-Fi's went out?
Yeah, that's still
I had-
weird that happened.
Yeah, it is. But I thought maybe with all those.
I've got an extra board. I've got a machine here that's in pieces. I've got 3 or 4 of those machines in pieces.
Was it a special board or was it just an MCU?
I don't remember.
Well, Mark, there was 2 versions. There's the 14-inch monitor one and the 11-inch monitor one. They're both the same board, aren't they?
I don't
would
remember.
think. You would think that they were. You would think that'd be the same Wi-Fi board.
I don't remember. I've taken those apart. I've got one donor part thing that I've used the radio. I've used the battery, let's see what else. The battery, the keyboard, and the screen out of one machine, and fixed 3 other machines with the different parts. But I don't remember how that Wi-Fi, if it was on the board or not. I've got one here
it's just a card.
It is a card that I've got one here that I have not swapped out a card. Let me go look at let's go get that thing. Hang on, I'll be back.
Okay.
What computer is it? What type of computer is it?
It's an HP Stream.
Oh, okay.
Oh, are those little blue laptops he has?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
That's what I'm talking to you on right now.
Okay.
But I'm having to do it a different way than the little onboard Wi-Fi that's built into it, the little card.
Yeah.
I'm using a USB to RJ45 adapter.
Why not?
You
Hey,
wouldn't happen to have a picture of that.
Why
that card,
not?
would you?
Why not?
You wouldn't have to have a picture of that card, would you?
No, I looked it up online. You
Yeah.
can get them on eBay.
Yeah.
It's just a little card. They're only about that big by about that big. I mean, they're not very big, but the size of a saltine cracker.
I'm just wondering what the code is on. Is there a part number sticker on it or anything like that?
I'd have to go back and look at my card again.
Okay.
It's in the laptop I'm on at the moment.
Right there.
Okay.
But it's not a very big card.
Right.
But it's
Okay. Yeah, because I've got a bunch of HP laptops I'm disposing, and it would take no time at all for me to yank a card out of one of those.
Well, it's like just a regular laptop Wi-Fi card.
Yeah.
No, well, they're I don't know if they're a regular one or not.
It has 2 little antenna connections on it.
No.
This one's got one. Yep, I got one. How much you want to give me for it? How many thousands of dollars do you want for this $200? I've swapped what's out on my Motile, my Walmart machine, and man, I'm here to tell you, putting that antenna connector back on is a pain. But you can.
Where it plugs in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the connector, the part that it plugs into, and any bigger than a pinhead.
Yeah. But I've done it. I mean, it's doable. It's just, I got one right here.
So you're saying any pinhead could do this?
I didn't say skinhead. I said pinhead.
So that means I'm down to the motherboard.
I'm sure I would have trouble then.
The motherboard's the only thing here that I have not repurposed. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'm still weirded out that thing blew all the chips.
It did. Every single one in the house.
That's still, I hate to say that's crazy, but that's crazy.
Go figure.
Yeah.
What we're talking about, guys, see that? That's your Wi-Fi that you put in your desktops. Every
Sure.
single one in the house blew out when the power went out 2 weeks ago on Tuesday for me.
Yeah, I can believe it. Yeah, I'm surprised you
But
haven't been
but the PCs were fine.
PCs are great. Not a
I'm
single
surprised you
problem.
didn't. I'm surprised you didn't blow the USB chipset on that.
Yeah,
no,
me too.
No, just these.
I was on the south side of Oklahoma City, and I saw a couple times the transformers blew, and the whole sky lit up like bright blue, like lightning. It wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, but yeah, these blew. Every one of them blew out in the house, and my laptop, which was off, and I had it plugged in the power cord to keep it charged. It must have hurt the Wi-Fi card in the laptop. Go figure.
Yeah.
Just the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, those things. Yeah, those things just go bad fast.
That's weird.
Why though? Blows my mind. Shouldn't happen at all.
I'm with you.
Took me 3 days to figure out what was causing the slow speed in the internet. Cox had told me, "Hey, your internet's working," and I said, "Not at the speed it's supposed to be." So I finally had them send out a real Cox technician, not one of their contractors. He had been doing it for like 22 years. Took him about half hour, 45 minutes, and he finally figured out with some creative working here that it was these.
So they were partially working.
What's the model number on that, Mark?
The Ghost in the Machine.
Oh, these things, these are these little, the WinLink or little ones that you just plug in to a USB port on a computer. I've got several computers in the house. That's how I do internet's Wi-Fi.
Are they all the same one?
No. Some of them are different brands, but this is the one that's out of my computer. Right now, I'm going from my panoramic Wi-Fi direct with an RJ45 cable into my computer, so to make it work till I get some more of these.
Panoramic
the reason
Wi-Fi.
for the news topic
That makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you what. I had the gigabit on the Cox. It works. I checked my speed this morning, in fact, on it using the direct plugin, of course.
Sure.
And I'm at 865 megabits per second download.
Yep.
And I'm at 38 point something upload.
That's
and
pretty
have
much
you
what you'll get.
have you checked to see how many people have tried coming in your system yet?
None, because I've got that sucker very secure. Thank you very much.
Well, the reason I say that is because Cox, when they started doing this, they opened it up, to the neighborhood.
Yes, they did.
Oh yeah, when they
That's
opened
a
up
different-
their
That's a
hotspots.
different path. That's a
They
different
pay
path.
for it. You pay for it for everybody else that isn't paying for it.
That's a different path. No.
Yeah, it's a guest Wi-Fi network, I guess, is really what it is. But
But it doesn't come out of your allocation.
I didn't like it though. I gave them their panoramic Wi-Fi bollocks back to them and put a proper modem in.
I don't disagree with that, but it doesn't come out of your allocation. It goes out of their. They give that to the neighbors, and it's not for free for anybody. It's for other Cox people, so they pay.
Why is it that your equipment wants to log into that before it wants to log into your own system?
Well,
Because there's software set up to do that.
Right, and
No,
what
it's
I
not.
simply did, Lee, was turn off the hotspot end of mine. So
yeah,
I'm not.
you can do that. Yeah. I had to fiddle around with it when I had one for a while.
Yeah, I turned that off in mine. So yeah, no one's getting into my system. But
Don't say that.
Yeah, that's just a challenge.
Yeah, don't, Mark.
Don't give Mark a challenge.
Do you ever see anybody parked out in the street in front of your house?
No.
Is there a
they'll sit in
garbage
the coffee
can?
shop and do it.
Is there a garbage can in front of your house that you don't recognize? It's the one that you do recognize, but you haven't looked inside to see that I put a repeater in.
Right.
I'm finishing my certification for certified ethical hacker. I need a target.
Ethical or unethical?
Ethical. CEH. Ethical. I'll come by your house, Mark. I'll be there in the morning.
Okay.
Mark, you're welcome to come by here and hack mine too.
Okay.
As long as you speed it up for you, right, Dave?
Well, Mark, either Mark, you're welcome to come to Indy. We'll throw something on the grill and you can hack away.
Mark, where you want me to run by the work site there and pick that up?
I'll send you a message when I get in tomorrow, and it'll be there that you can come get it, whether I'm there or not. I'm going to say it works. I'm going to say it works because it was working. That wasn't failed part, but I will tell you, if this one doesn't work, there's 4 more in my office that could be donors as well.
Okay.
So I know I've got 4 donors easily.
Well, if it doesn't work, I'd start worried about your main board.
Yeah, but he's done this on 3 or 4 machines where he's just put in USB replacements and it works. So I don't know. We'll see. If he pops this in and it works, I will be flabbergasted that the least failure mode was the Wi-Fi card.
Well, like I said, I know that on one of the when you do the Wi-Fi, obviously you're not getting the same speed that you're going to get when you're plugged in, but you get about 2/3 of it. Well, yeah. Right now on my laptop here that I'm talking to you on, I'm only getting about 1/10 the speed.
Yeah.
So I know it's the Wi-Fi card.
Yeah. No, I'm not arguing with you. I'm arguing with you.
Right. I got it.
I learn more crap every day, and I have, subsequent to our discussion with just you, Mark, I have seen somebody else had that exact same story. It was a Cox. They were both Cox, and they were having Wi-Fi problems after the storm, after they swapped out a box. So I don't know. I hate to say, my theory is that Cox's box changed out some standard and it's now not working with an older card, but I don't know. This is how we learn. I'll give you this one for free.
Okay.
Also, the other 3 are going to be high dollar.
No, I've still got the same box, the Wi-Fi box, the Wi-Fi modem that I had prior to power going out. Oh. And it works great. I mean, there's no change in it. It's working. Like I said, when I plug in direct, I'm getting almost a gig.
Okay, so what gigabits. What about your USB port? What is it running at? Is it running at 2.0 or 3.0 or is it running at 1.1? You sure?
I don't know. In these HP streams, Mark, aren't they 2.0?
It's internal on the board, so I don't know. It does not go through an outside connector.
So okay, so
there's no way to configure it's a USB 3 doesn't mean that's how fast it's running.
Right.
No.
True.
If something happened to the socket.
True.
No, this is an internal board.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
I understand.
Right, but it could have defaulted down to a 2.0.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, and that would reduce your speed. Or lower, yeah. It could have dropped all the way to 1.1. Then, yeah.
But in theory, swapping this little chip out we'll learn a lot by if this chip fixes it.
Yeah.
Versus if it's programming. Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's more probable that some code got scrambled, but
with the laptop off.
What's that?
Yeah.
The laptop was off when I lost the power.
Good point.
The only thing plugged in that was tied to AC was the charging cable.
Yeah.
You can try thumb drive booting it with a Linux OS. That way you could get around any driver's issues. Just live boot and see if it worked that way.
There you go.
I was thinking about maybe disabling B and G on the router and just putting everything, force everything to N and see if it drops you off completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you disable biscuits and gravy?
Well, that was earlier conversation.
I'm sorry, it just came to me.
Biscuits and gravy, yep.
We were talking about that last week.
Yeah, we were, weren't we? Who was? Yeah, we were. I forgot about that.
Mark, did you see this? Mark, did you see that chat?
By the
Did you
way,
see
that-
my chat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys, I'm kicking off.
Yeah, I need to do it too.
Catch you
It's a
guys
pleasure.
later.
I will be on. Class starts at what time tomorrow?
6:30. The class starts.
Okay, I'm.
By the way, I have a question. So the meeting is this Saturday, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and the meeting starts at 9:30, correct?
Correct.
So last month I tuned in at 9:25 and the meeting was already rolling. So
No, that was just a bunch of us probably on there.
no, the meeting was going, I'm telling you, because they were doing
The meeting will start. Meeting will start at 9 o'clock as far as people just talking to one another. The actual meeting will be called to order at 9:30, just
go.
like it was last month.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty
And
close
my
to
clock
that.
must have been off because I tuned in at 9:25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing old business.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
well, yeah, at 9:25 we were just doing, or at 9, yeah, we were just probably chatting, and at 9:30 we do have the program early. Remember, we bounce that so that it comes in
Before the
early.
business, yeah.
Yeah, the business meeting is after the program.
Yeah. All right.
What time does class start tomorrow?
6:30.
Same thing.
Hey,
6:30.
Mark,
Same thing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
your newsletter said 6.
We open at 6, I think is what it.
Okay, maybe that's what I
Okay.
saw.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and hang out on the YouTube chat as Gordon
Thank you.
pointed out. There were people asking questions and
Thank you.
weren't always getting answered in a timely message. So I will try to do that
You're
tomorrow.
a good man.
Wonderful. Thank you.
And field any questions. So
Back row people are wonderful.
I'm signing off, gentlemen. It's been real. Talk to you
Yeah.
later.
Adios.
Me too.
Later,
Later,
Peter.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Later, guys.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow on the meeting.
Okay. Okay. You got your slides, right, Bill? You're good?
Well, I'm not teaching tomorrow, but
No, but
yeah, I told you I was
you've seen them?
going to see you sometime next week
Yeah. That'll work.
and figure out what all these strange buttons at the bottom do. Okay.
Or just give me a buzz and we can do it over the Zoom if you want to do it that way. Probably better if you're at home.
Yeah. Okay.
And
We'll
just-
do it that way if we want.
Yeah. Yep. We'll do it that way.
Okay. Just call me and tell me you wanted a good time,
Oh, okay. Okay.
or
I'll
you
do it.
want me to call you.
If you don't hear from me, you got a couple weeks now, but Thursday night should be good. Thursday night. should be-
Okay.
Give me a buzz Thursday sometime, Thursday night,
All right. Okay.
and I'll probably have
Bob?
the machine on.
All right. Goodbye, all. 7:30.
See you, Bill.
Later, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Bill, and Mark. Oh, chill. Left too quick. Mark Klein, Sarah says hi.
Hi, Sarah.
She's not here. She's in the other room, but she's wanted to make sure I said hi. I'll have to check in with Bill when I get back.
Good. Well, I'll tell him tomorrow. I'll tell him tomorrow.
What's the B1G after Mike's call sign? The notorious B1G? What's going on?
Big.
Gotcha.
It's-
Okay.
See, those people from the north, they have their own symbols.
Well, I'm from the north, but you know.
Yeah, different north.
Yes, north of England.
Yeah, yeah. From the north. Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Mark,
Yeah.
I sent you a text. Did you see it?
Oh, hell no. I mean, no, I'll go look.
It was earlier today.
Oh, no. Oh, Ed sent me a text that says, obviously he's having problems getting the Chromium browser to allow mic use on his Raspberry Pi 400. So,
Really?
that's his, yeah.
Hey, is Ed without power?
He'd lost it for a week and then got it back for a day or two and then lost it for 3 or 4 more days. And today at about noonish, he got power back.
Oh yeah, I remember looking at the dots on the system watch, OG&E system watch, and I noticed there was a bunch of red dots right down his street. I was like, oh no. But yep,
You also realize if there's like less than 50 people in an area, there's no dot.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of no dots out here, 4 houses over here, 10 over here,
I still swear I can hear a generator when I walk outside. I don't know where it is. But.
Well, Ed's neighbor had a generator running for another 4 days until probably at noon today.
Oh, those linemen happen to work for a couple weeks straight, basically.
There was one year I ran my generator, I think, for 3 days because nobody told me the power was back on. So I just kept pumping that unleaded into it.
I was talking to one of the linemen actually who was out in the neighborhood, and I was asking him if it's a popular thing that people connect up generators and leave them hooked up to the actual, the main income. And he said that's happens all the time. I'm like, that's insane, man.
Yeah.
I'd like to see what happens to the generator once the power comes back on.
Well, if you turn your main off.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they don't.
No, they forget. They don't know how to.
Yeah, they don't turn the main breaker off, and it feeds back up through the transformer onto the line.
Yeah, and
that's why
shut off, and it can create danger upstream, is my understanding.
And that's why they ground out the line. So what they'll do is they'll come in there and put a ground on it, and that's when they find it. Is when you see them put on ground straps. And you see sparks come flying out. Somebody's
feeding.
Somebody's feeding back through it, and I have seen when they put the ground rat strap on, that puts a heck of a load on the generator, and you can hear the generator fall down.
It's driving into a short through a transformer. Nice.
Yeah, well, it's through 2 transformers usually, so it's not a dead short, but it's not good.
Yeah, I'm always very careful to make sure I turn off the main before I turn on the generator because I don't want to. Supposedly they're supposed to put the ground straps on and all this stuff, but when I was a paramedic, I had a lineman that got a little lazy and got fried because he didn't do all the things they're supposed to do. So.
We actually don't have a main
with the
breaker.
generator.
I like what I've been seeing them do lately. They're flying guys underneath the helicopter.
That's on only on transformer or transmission lines.
Yeah, transmission lines. They're flying them so they can put the bumpers on the lines.
Yep. They use that stick to.
Yeah. Yep. Those are big ones is all I'm going to say.
Nice pumpkin there, Phil.
Yep. Okay.
And I don't know how they can make that job any less fun. I guess you could skydive and try to poke the lines before you hit the ground.
Okay, here you messed up. You said how can it make it more fun? Here's how you can make it more fun. That is a 12-bladed saw hanging from a helicopter, trimming trees next to a power line.
Is there something I'm missing here? Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's really neat.
Every person that has flown that has died.
Really?
They're either still flying it or they have died.
We're not seeing it, Mark.
Yeah,
you weren't?
No.
Oh,
no, that's why all we can see is the marble on your face.
Yeah.
That was good enough.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Let's see here.
Why is it they're dying? Because they got into the power lines or what?
They snagged the ground with something, and they poof. They will either snag the ground. There's a dead man switch that will actually knock the cable loose if they snag the ground, but just getting it hit in time is a
Yeah, I would think that they'd have to have something that makes it cut away from that helicopter, like, in microseconds almost.
except it doesn't always work is the problem.
Yeah, well, then when they get it on there, then I'll fly.
Obviously, it never works.
Yeah, no, it works. They do a lot of this stuff, but they it's just not a good way to do that. I've actually seen that in action, and it's the scariest thing I have ever seen on the planet. Let's see, paste that in. I was actually looking for the one that's the helicopter one with the underneath on a power line is a pretty cool way to do it. But this is just scary as all bejesus. Let's get it when it's cranked out. Okay, there's picking up the big saw.
Big here. Oh my God.
Hold my beer and watch this. That's what I'm.
Exactly.
That's really what it seems like.
That's exactly what it is.
I've seen one of those running around our house.
Yeah. And that's what you look at right there. And let's see, what could you snag?
Wow, like 475 kV easily.
Yeah, that's it.
As long as you're not grounded.
Yeah, well, you are when you wrap it around all three conductors.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you hit a KV line, yeah, that'd be the last time you get to do something like that.
Look at that. That coupling doesn't look very good, does it?
No. They don't want it to be really good because they want it to fall away.
Fair enough. Yeah. The MD500 sounds like the latest DMR radio.
Wow, that's pretty effective.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Wonder what the arc arc flash is for one of those lines. Like,
yeah, they're getting close.
How big?
No,
how far? I mean, a 440 line and that we had will arc 20, 30 feet.
Yeah, but those are 13.8.
Yeah. So that's what I say. I wonder what the
Yeah, 500,000. You don't want to get close to 500,000. You walk under one and you can feel the back of your head.
Oh yeah.
Man, I wouldn't want to do that on an Oklahoma windy day.
That's the problem. Is that they just can't fly them here. You can only fly them right before dark and right after dark, and
that's even more fun. Yeah, let's just do it after dark. Yeah, when the wind dies down.
Yeah.
What could possibly happen?
Yeah.
Funny that you're asking about that arc. I went down like a YouTube rabbit hole. I just sent you guys a video, but I watched one of these, and now this is all my like recommendations every time I get on. It's just these like high voltage disconnect arcs. It's pretty crazy watching it like happen.
Yeah. When you've got all that inductive collapsing, all that induction collapsing and stuff, that's fantastic.
We've got
what is powering these saws?
There's a motor up in there. There's a rotary shaft that comes down that tube that spins, and there's a motor in the there's a motor in the helicopter that's spinning that shaft. Yeah. Just nuts. I mean, just absolutely nuts. I'm trying to find the one that's.
I wonder how much extra fuel they burn an hour with that.
Oh, they burn a ton of fuel. Ton of fuel.
I mean, I think the guy that climbs the KFOR tower and changes the light bulb's crazy. So.
Yeah, that's nothing compared to this.
Well, he takes the elevator up.
Well, KFOR does most of the way, yeah.
The first 1,500 feet's elevator.
Yeah, but when you fall, it doesn't matter what.
It doesn't matter if you're in an elevator or not, does it?
How you got up there?
You just pull the rip cord.
Yeah. If only.
Space jumping.
Yeah.
If only.
I don't know, back-
Seriously, a lot of guys that are doing commercial towers like that started wearing parachutes.
Really?
Really?
My luck is to get hung in one of the guy wires, and I'd be hanging up there for days.
That's that's not OSHA gear because you need to be double tied in.
Yeah.
On those.
Years ago, I worked with a deputy sheriff who he would go off and do these high towers, and we're talking the 70s. He'd make $10,000 to do one tower climb.
Oh yeah,
that's
Big
about what
bucks.
it'd take to get me up in one of those towers.
You just
in 1966 and 1967, I worked for an old guy in Greensboro, North Carolina, painting towers, AM station radio towers, and I got paid $50 an hour.
Wow!
Yeah, because the whole tower's energized, right?
Yeah, I mean you have to jump up on it.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Because,
did.
you know, the old guy was really neat. He'd been doing this for years, and he taught me several things. You know, first he said, "Yeah, don't worry about how much paint you slop. Oh, yeah, I got good insurance." But the other thing he taught me, he said, first of all, never grab hold of an AM tower because it'll knock the dog shit out of you. If you're ever on a tower with a microwave and you hear a high-pitched tone, get the hell off of it because somebody energized it. And the third thing he taught me is if you're ever on a tower and it stops swaying, get off of it as fast as you can. I didn't realize before then that they're actually supposed to be moving.
Oh, yeah.
You've got those two big, well, for want of a better word, well, okay, I better not, but yeah, those big balls.
But because of him and because of those summers, I was able to buy myself a 1965 Chevelle Malibu Super Sport.
And pay cash for it.
I did. I actually did.
Yeah, I don't doubt that in the least. I don't.
Well, guys, I'm getting out of here.
Nobody gave you any guff about how fast you climbed.
See you, Mike.
Me too.
Take care, Mike.
Yeah.
See you, Mike. Be good.
Yeah. See you guys later. Take it
Watch
easy.
out.
See ya.
Mark, I'll wait for your text tomorrow.
Okay. Got it.
See you guys. Be safe.
Got it.
Toodles.
See ya.
My best summer job story involves never worked for a block layer whose name is Speedy. No matter what he pays you.
This old guy was something else, but he was good to me.
I was in high school. I worked at a fish packing plant down on the harbor in Portland, Maine. And they actually filmed a scene from the TV show Route 66. And I could never figure out how they were getting to Maine on Route 66.
It's called artistic license.
I'm telling you. Well, I think I'm going to check out, and I'll probably wander in during the class tomorrow.
Okay. Very good, sir. Appreciate it.
Y'all take care.
Good to see everybody. I'm going to sign out too.
Good.
Yeah,
See you
I'm gonna head out
Saturday.
too. You guys take care. We'll see you tomorrow. And
Here's the guys
thank
with
you
those.
very much.
Here's the guys with the large pair, Gordon.
Yeah, the large pair, yeah.
That's bleeding off the helicopter rotor wash, and now you ground to it. How can that go bad?
So is that what that is? He's bleeding off the static accumulated on the blades.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right. So now you got to build your little trolley here on the live power lines.
Yeah, and like that chopper pilot's keeping it within I don't know,
Guy's good.
6 foot or 6 inches or a foot,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that guy's out on a platform, what, 3 or 4 feet away from the helicopter.
Yeah.
So that can't screw up your center of gravity, can it? Now you get off. Why? That's a good idea. And you unhook the helicopter and say, "See you later. Go out there and have a beer. I'll be back." And now you're left. Watch the arc. There, the arc was
And
at.
now he's left on the transmission lane.
Yeah, that's where I want to be. Right there. Right, doing that.
What?
No.
Can you say no children?
Just nope.
Yeah, it should say like closed. Was it professional driver closed course?
Yeah, closed course. See, there's another guy in the back going the other way.
No.
So what they do is they find nicked spots. Damage. Yep, there goes the guy picking him up on the other side. They find nicked spot and they weave in wires, and then they get picked up.
Okay.
You know, it's like I guess the guy's found one here, so he's going to have to stop and.
Imagine he gets sort of like a little bit disoriented and he sort of grabs for the tower or something.
Yeah. So he's bleeding off the energy. Shorten yourself out, and off you go.
So like basically the ground on the helicopter becomes whatever the voltage level of the tower of the line
half a
is.
million. Yeah, 500,000 volts above the dirt. Yes.
And then the rest of the stuff on the plane's working at like what 28 volts above 475 kV.
Hope I don't dream about that tonight.
There's your.
I'm saying.
There's your stuff. We've got 100,000. We've got a high voltage generator to test our bucket trucks, and it generates 100,000 volts. And you can do those kind of things with 100,000 volts, like these guys are doing here. These demo pieces. I've actually seen that trailer as we do that. Shows up at a conference in Kentucky every other year. But they do that to scare kids. They'll put a little hot dog in a lineman's glove, and they'll cook the hot dog.
This is your finger. This is your finger on electricity.
Exactly.
This is your little trick.
Yeah.
I've seen it blow the nails out of the soles of their boots.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. We had a place that we were working that the guy had a 500,000 volt line in his backyard, and it got a little low when it came close and zapped a tree. And 100 feet away, they had a barbecue pit that had a power plug in it, AC 110 power plug. That power plug was blown out of the brick piece. The screws were stripped that held it in, and the wires were stretched straight out as if somebody had just pulled it out of the socket, all by just the force of that stupid thing coming, 500,000 volts coming in there. They crossed over a irrigation system that the guy had out in the backyard, and it was just full of water. It wasn't conductive, but they blew up the house, caught the house on fire because it went through the water pipes and caught the house as it went through.
Hey guys, take care.
See you, man.
See you, Lee.
Bye.
Good. See you tomorrow.
Lee.
Night, Lee.
Bye.
Out of here too. See you Saturday.
See you, Sam.
See you later.
Yeah,
See,
Mark,
that's-
I saw this video.
Yeah.
Of this guy who was in a scissor lift who basically was just like testing the equipment and was too close to one of the power lines and it arced out, and basically what remained was boots. Like, it was pretty rough.
Yes.
There was an urban legend around where I used to live, and apparently, I don't know if it was true, but some guy had found out that one of these lines was disused, so he wanted to pull it down for the copper, and he used a chain.
Yeah.
And apparently it frazzled him pretty good and came out through his knees and his boots and everything. And the family was a well-known sort of, how can we put it, like the Clampetts, you know? And so they sort of dragged him back and put him in the closet underneath the stairs where the electric meter was, and then called the electric utilities and said that their board was unsafe and it resulted in the death of their family member and stuff. But like, they took one look at it and went, this wasn't 240 volts.
Yeah, no. Just no.
Yeah.
Idiots.
That happens every day. There's
my
cooking your weenie.
Nice.
It smells pretty not nice.
Yeah, you guys ever watch Big Clive on YouTube?
Yes, God, a long time ago.
Big Clive does some. He has like an old school hot dog cooking machine which has a bunch of spikes, and you put the hot dogs between the spikes and plug it into the wall, and it cooks them. So he's been trying all sorts of different food in it. It's fun.
Is that one of those old school ones that like cooks them electrically?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my! I made one of those with a 2x4 and a couple of nails when I was a kid.
As you do.
Yeah, you ended up with a hot dog that was burned on both ends and raw in the middle.
Yeah. It's not really the best tasting. Yeah, it's not the best tasting. No, that's powerful stuff. And when you see a bunch of trees arcing, somebody had a report on Facebook that Lindsay, there were a couple lines that had gotten loose on Lindsay, and they were touching and arcing for 2 or 3 spans on Lindsay Street.
Wow.
Yeah, and that the first time you see that, it kind of wakes you up.
When they turned the power on in our neighborhood, what was that? Yeah, last Friday. And was it Friday before? I'm on quarantine time, man. I have no idea what day it is, what time it is. I missed a meeting today at work because I thought it was Monday. So yeah, whatever. Yeah, when they turned the power on back in the neighborhood, there was these loud bangs, sounding like gunshots, like boom, 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 boom. And all the electric utility guys started running towards this yard. I don't know what it was, but it didn't sound very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that first night of the ice storm, between the trees falling all night and the transformers blowing, it was loud.
Yeah, it was a constant cracking around here. It was unbelievable.
I bet. Yeah, Roger, if you're chasing that stuff, I haven't looked at it in years, but if you Google for copper theft stuff, there are all kinds of things that have happened where they usually find the copper thief in the substation and he's not moving.
The remains thereof. Yeah, I'll check that out.
Pretty much.
Another rabbit hole to go down.
Yeah. We had a customer that they called us and said, "Hey, you guys were just on this circuit yesterday trimming the trees. You screwed up and killed the power." Neighborhood's calling saying the power's out. Go check it out. It's like, oh, okay, they're trying to blame us. And our guys got out there and they said there's 2 miles of cable that had been taken down overnight, that somebody had gone out there with their bolt cutters and thought they were getting 2 miles of copper pipe or copper line.
Similar thing happened on the East Coast main line when my parents were supposed to be going home or something. Like everything was on the East Coast main line. There's like 2 main lines in England, and there's one up the east and one up the railway lines. Okay, railroad lines, yes, these thieves had pulled a whole bunch of this signaling wire out, thinking it was copper, and they'd pulled bunches of it out. It shut down the entire East Coast main line, and it was fiber optic.
Oh no!
Useless fiber optic at that point.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh. And the bad thing is, if these people, they had skills enough not to kill themselves, if they would just go get a job, they'd make more money than the aluminum that they ended up selling. It's just silly.
Yeah, that's the kicker, isn't it? Copper on the outside, but it's aluminum in the middle.
Yep.
Aluminium.
Yep.
You Brits.
Aluminium. It's just the same as all the other metals, right? What? Anyway, never mind. I'm trying to think of other metals that end in "ium." There's a bunch of them, but
it's okay. I'm bilingual.
My wife's an 8th grade science teacher, and she's in the other room saying, "I taught my kids the right way to say it, and it's aluminium," and that's correct.
Apparently so. Apparently there was some sort of deal that is it IUPAC, the chemical guys?
Yeah.
They kind of decided that, I'll tell you what, we'll call this if you call this aluminium, and it never caught on.
Well, it's solder. We had to trade solder for aluminium.
Yeah, I remember the first time I was asked that in a job interview in this country. Hey, can you solder? I was like, whoa, that sounds really bad.
Yes, that means solder.
Yeah, I can solder if that's what you mean. The other thing,
Solder is not. For those who are solder is equivalent to buggery.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Speak English,
Well,
damn it.
Google it.
Oh my God.
Can you solder? Can I what?
Yeah. Solder is.
Yes, I ran into that myself. Thank you very much.
Hey, this is going out on YouTube. Behave now.
I'm just clueless. The scars, when I built Scar's soldering page, I watched some videos to try to get some good ones. There's a lot of good ones out there. And there was one guy that kept talking about soldering. It's like, oh man, this isn't good. And he kept talking about flukes. And I thought, man, why would you use a fluke meter on all of this stuff? And finally realized flux is what he was calling flukes.
No.
Yes.
Flukes.
And I was thinking it was a fluke meter.
Yeah.
And I finally went, I had to go watch the whole thing thinking, oh man, that wasn't what I thought it meant. Yeah.
Flukes. Get some of that rosin flukes on there.
Yes.
Two countries ununited by a common language.
Yes, exactly.
Right. And
well, God, there's only 180,000 words in the English language. And then you have the regional differences. You're screwed.
Yeah. Nothing to see here.
Yep. Something that anybody who spent any time in England like Don will realize that the language changes if you travel 20 miles.
Oh yeah. Yeah, even Norfolk to Suffolk.
Yep.
Careful how you say that.
Yeah, all right. I'll keep that to myself.
Nobody from Middlesex here then, eh?
Yeah. Yeah. We had to do that at the class last week. We were talking about call signs, and one of the ladies had a farm, and they have a tag that she said, "Oh, could we get a custom call sign that would match our tag? It's K2S something." And I said, "Well, yeah, you could get a K2S something." And yes, the FCC ruled that sex is okay for amateurs because they allowed K2SEX as a call sign.
Well, we have to make more amateurs somehow.
So I said, what? So I pulled it up on QRZ, and the guy's name is Sexton, SEXTON. So of course, that's his call sign. And
wow.
I'm sure he got it for that reason. But I guess there's some words that they won't put out, but that one was allowable.
Yeah, there's a W5 WTF.
Oh,
sure is. Absolutely. Expires in 2024, so we've got a while to wait for that
one. The one that I always cringe at. Let's see, Texas Interconnect Team.
I can see that being cringeworthy.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Yes. And one of the guys that runs this, his daughter is a weather meteorologist at Fox News Station in Tulsa. And her call sign is K5MEM. Her address is K5MEM at that.
Wait a minute.
domain.
Wait a minute. Let me see, let me have a look at this.
That domain. TexasInternetTeam.org.
Of course, if she was in Missouri, she could be the N0 TIT.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
But that might be bad.
Yeah. Knowing her dad, I'm sure that's why they picked all of this stuff. It's probably long before the kids were born.
That's why I like my 0. I'm N0. Don't look back.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
It's like the neighbor up in Moore, K0MA. That guy's got a hell of a signal, but he's no receiver.
I got a Simplex contact today with somebody,
Is it
K5ELR.
right?
He called himself Everybody Loves Radio. It was pretty cool.
There you go.
There's no rhyme or reason to my call sign. I looked for one that was expiring soon or was available soon, and I thought, it's got G in it. That's for Gordon. It'll do.
Yeah, when we moved to Kansas, Zero Land, I decided I used to have ND8B, November Delta 8 Bravo, DB for my initials, and it was really awkward. People had a lot of problem with it, so I thought, yeah, okay, I'll go back to a 1x3 and N0DLB. My initials was available, so I thought, what the hell? And my wife's got K0SMB, which is her initial, so she's pretty cool with that.
Yeah, I've got an Amy here who has a what's her call sign? Yeah,
Puff.
KG5PUF. Yeah, Puff.
Puff the Magic Dragon.
Yep.
Puff the Magic Dragon.
She's even got that little picture on
the little
her
graphic I
QRZ
did?
page.
Oh, did she put it up there?
Yep, sure is.
That's pretty funny. I think if I remember right, it's still somewhere. Where the heck is it? Somewhere available. But Puff the Magic Dragon, I thought that was kind of cool. How's your daughter going? She got her license? Everything going good?
No.
Studying, ready for a test?
No.
Do I have to yell at her again?
Yep.
You just tell her Uncle Mark's on her tail and
all right. Yep. I'll tell her. Yeah.
Do that. I can't believe that was how many years ago was that?
That was like 2 or 3 years ago, wasn't it?
Oh, at least 4 or 5. How is she now? I think she was 13 then, if I remember right.
Yeah, she's 18 now.
Yeah. Okay, that's a long 3 years, man.
Yeah.
There it is.
What do you got?
Puff. KG5
Really?
PUF. Yes. Let's see. Bring it up. Hold on. Puff's Magic Dragon.
Amy, you're famous. They're bringing up your QRZ page.
No, not the. Oh, I was bringing up the original graphic I did.
Oh, he's bringing up the original, the Puff the Magic Dragon graphic. Oh, she's all excited now.
Yeah, I remember she got that, and she said, "I don't know about that." And I said, "Puff the Magic Dragon," and she was gone. That's just it. She had
sold right then. Yeah, we were all like, "Imagine that you got the one after that." Pug.
Oh, yeah, but if you had a pug, you'd probably think that was really good.
Yeah.
You know, that's probably a good thing. But so no on her test. Well, we're ready now. It's free, so there's $15 for her test. Is even.
I keep getting on Amy to pass her general.
Yeah, she should. Is she done with all her learning stuff, which she gave up on the ABD stuff, the all but dissertation?
Oh, yeah.
That's what we should change it to KG5 ABD.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. We've got a new call sign for you. KF5 ABD. She's like, oh no.
I was surprised she didn't say Mark.
You'll end up in here in a minute screaming.
Yeah. If we shame her enough, that should be it. Yeah, Amy should get her general. I think she should. Now that she's, she didn't have that excuse. That's a good point.
Absolutely. I think she should. Then she can get on the on the HF, but she likes to twiddle around and listen to the HF bands,
Yeah. Get her going. It's it's just the same stuff, only a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no worries. I think we should.
I think you should. I think you get both of them. Tell them to race each other.
See what you did there. Yep.
Go girls.
Yep.
Throw a candy bar on the floor and run out.
Oh well.
Oh man, awesome. That would be good. Does she get on the gossip net anymore?
No, she kind of like because she was hosting the Gossip Net for a while.
Yeah, I know it.
And yeah, I think she sort of stopped it because of the ABD stuff. Maybe.
Yeah, that was her excuse. But now it's time to fix that.
You're getting back on the Gossip Net. She says, "All right."
Oh, look at that! That was easy.
It'll never happen. She said there are worse punishments. Oh my
god. She did.
She's
that
got a
without-
hell of a life right now. She's on vacation. She's lying in bed drinking scotch.
Oh my gosh! On vacation during a pandemic? How'd she do that?
Way more coordinated than I am.
That's a good point.
Not unless you got one of them fancy reclining beds.
Hey, you were drinking Bacardi and Coke earlier, right, Don?
Yeah.
I still am.
Okay, all right. So try it with the new orange vanilla Coke. It's absolutely fantastic.
Oh
like I know it sounds gross, but I know.
I'll try it. Yeah, I just had some. I bought a bottle of cheap spice rum recently that was very vanilla-y, and it was like way too vanilla-y. So, but I'll try it. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. The just regular Bacardi with the orange vanilla Coke. It's like I tell everybody to try it because I was really surprised.
I do love orange. So
nice. Well, yeah, try it and let me know what you think.
We'll and we're going to see you guys again. Reminder: I'm going to be down there in about 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So we'll see you.
Oh, I'm not going to be here that day. When is it?
Yeah, I am sure you were going to leave the state for the entire 3 weeks. I'm going to be there. I know how you are, Mark.
I know exactly. That's exactly. I'm leaving that day and coming back to the same. That you're right. No, that sounds cool. What are you coming down for? Punishment?
You're muted, Don.
Yep. How did Don get quiet? That's
Fudge cookies. Sorry.
Bacardi got him.
Yeah. No. Zoom got me. Anyway, I'm coming down for a voice switch class at the FAA Academy next to Will Rogers.
Oh.
So another, I know. It's been like almost 7 years since I've been to a course down there.
Is it really?
Yeah. Well, I was working at an operations center and there were no courses for that. So
well, you
it was all OJT. So
you came down here with that presentation. That's what I'm remembering.
Oh yeah. No, that was what a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe last spring.
You and Nick Galton were doing this. Was it a safety presentation?
Yeah, it was a safety reporting presentation. Yeah, and that was back when we were still doing Mickey D's.
Mickey D's is open again, isn't it?
No.
Really?
No, weren't yesterday or Sunday.
What?
No, sorry, Gordon. That's McDonald's to you.
Yeah, McDonald's. Yeah, Mac, not Muck. There's no Muck.
At least it is in Norfolk and Suffolk, anyway.
Yep,
yes, but it was because I think I did make a weekend of Mickey D's and I did see you at some point, or maybe I made a meeting.
You bought something what was it that I delivered to you? It was a long, Don, long. Was it antenna? Was it one of those antenna from Ken? Those fiberglass antennas from England?
Oh, might have. I know. One of my trips. Actually, that was a separate trip from Kansas. We brought down a marine antenna to one of the guys that works out at Thunderbird and one of the volunteer organizations, so they could. Yeah, it was. Yeah,
that was different. No, that was different. This was. I think this was a DX Commander. Wasn't that a DX Commander antenna or a pole from that? It was something long that you ordered through something on the Facebook.
Oh, I don't know. I've slept since then.
And we went to sushi place.
I'm sure if we went somewhere, it was somewhere good. Yes.
And met somebody from the Radio
Sushi
shop.
Indian or
The radio shop.
Some hometown. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with Indian.
No.
It's bloody hard to go wrong with Indian, Gordon. And is that Indian place on the west side of Norman at the strip mall still there?
Nope. Shut it down. They shut it down.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Misal's?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the one.
Oh, there's the picture.
Oh, nice.
Put your picture up.
That's sweet. I like that.
The dragon.
I best you. I take it you are well behaved, Gordon.
Me? She's not a dragon, really.
Don't piss her off, right?
Yeah, I could do that because I didn't live there, so I could do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you do QRZ.com/ whatever, it's up there.
Does she really?
I think they've got they're I think it's Southwest 15th and Meridian, not Meridian? Yeah, Meridian-ish. There's a GoPro.
Oh, yeah, I've been there. That's all right.
Is that all right?
It's all right.
Not great, but all right.
It
it's
doesn't.
Good. It's good.
It's all right.
Who's better?
Good. That's basically where I'm going to be staying. I'm going to be staying near, not too far from there. So.
If you want something that you have to put the toilet paper in the freezer for, that's not the place. But I mean,
okay. Well, then would you tell me where to go?
Oh, apparently Himalayas and more is good, but I've never been there, and I don't even know if it's still there.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. Well, they say. Oh shit. Vindaloo, then Indaloo in the morning.
Yeah. Don't let the bottom drop out of your world. Have a Vindaloo and let the world drop out of your bottom.
Yes, I actually had a place in Cleveland that would do a toned down Vindaloo.
Oh,
which was very nice. You could tell them, okay, on a scale of 1 to 9, how do you want your Vindaloo? It's like make it a 6 instead of a 9, and it was absolutely lovely.
That's great. That's awesome.
But it was the same flavors.
Yeah. Sometimes the heat is. They usually make those super hot ones in England for all the drunk people coming out of the pub, because the pub closes at 11.
I've never been like that ever.
No,
ever.
And the drunk guys are just interested in an extended license so they could have more pints. So you go and order a.
Well, you eat a good Vindaloo, you're going to drink about 6 pints while you're doing it. So
exactly, yeah. It's a shrewd business move by the. There you go. That's the place.
All right, mate.
Apparently, this is supposed to be good. I've not been though.
I've been there lots. It's very good.
You have?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now does Charlene approve?
It's not her first top 5 probably. I'd probably say no.
But she's been there and she'll eat there.
Maybe.
Do they have onion bhajis?
Oh, they do? I'm having trouble scrolling down.
I want them to have onion bhajis.
We have to have onion bhajis. I don't
know where they're going. I don't know where they're moving now. They used to be in Norman.
Oh, I thought they were in Moore. Okay.
They were. Yeah, they used to be in Norman. They started in Norman on Berry Street. I don't know where it's now. It used to right at Berry and Robinson. Just south of there. It used to be it's right by the Bob's Plumbing is where they started. And
so they have radios there?
They had, then they moved
I'm trying to keep it on topic. I'm sorry. I derailed everything. I derail everything.
I'm just thinking Indian food next to Bob's Plumbing. Okay. I did lost me there.
It's all good, John. Hey, John, do you like Indian?
Yeah. Hey, I just sent you a link to a place in Greenwood.
Oh, cool, man. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Really
good. That would definitely
really
be worth a road trip.
Yeah.
They've got something that sounds like an onion bhaji, but it's called an onion gotta here.
Yeah. Oh, and Gordon, we've actually got a quote unquote proper Brit restaurant about an hour and a half north of here.
What?
Yeah. They do nice fish and chips and etc.
Where is this?
Gas City, Indiana.
Oh, it's too far for me though.
Oh, it's way too bloody far for you. Yeah, it's it's north of Muncie, east of Marion. They do a nice job on fish and chips. They do a large cod is like a proper large cod.
Nice.
And they do a few soups and things that are authentic, and other dishes like a beef and ale
Scotch egg?
pies. Sorry?
Do they do a Scotch egg?
Yes, but I get mine at home.
You get Scotch eggs at home?
Oh, yeah.
Where do you get the sausage from then?
Oh, we just find a plain sausage locally. We've got a nice. We've actually got a nice meat shop locally. Surprisingly.
Oh, that's good. That's good. It's really. I mean,
but honestly, Kroger's bratwurst has almost no seasoning in it, and you can take the skin off it and you can even make Scotch eggs with that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So no flavor is a good thing for
Scotch eggs is basically a plain white sausage.
Well, I mean, it's you get a hard-boiled egg, wrap it up in sausage, and then wrap it up in breadcrumbs and fry it. Yeah.
Yeah. How can that be bad?
Oh wait,
Right?
you said fry it. That's the answer. Yeah. Okay.
Go to Scotland, they even deep fry pizzas and stuff up there, man.
Oh my. Well, yeah, you
wow. Well, that's like Southern Indiana.
Yeah. See, I haven't been north of Yorkshire.
Well, that's
about the farthest north I ever made
it. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna disappear here. We will see you soon.
Good deal. I want the girls ready to test.
Oh, of course. I'll get that sorted for you. See you guys.
See you, Gordon.
All right, see you later.
Cheers.
I'm going to jump out too later on.
See you, Larry.
See you,
Everything
Larry.
going your way?
Have a great night, Larry. Hope we didn't
Thank
step
you.
on your toes.
Oh no.
He dropped something on him earlier. I heard that.
Well, I'm sure I did. I drop something on everybody's toes most nights, but most of us, hopefully it bounces.
Cool. All right. See you later. Who else is left? I haven't even looked up here. Well, there's John and Roger.
Roger's got his background picture hanging out.
He's got his 5:30. He's trying to figure out how to do.
Yeah. So me and John are hanging out with you. It's like for 10 freaking 30 here, dude.
Yeah, man. It's pushing.
We're up late. Now I don't have to be anywhere tomorrow. There's Roger. Hello. Hey, now so we are actually heading down south, and I've already told John this, but we are heading down south tomorrow, down I-65, more or less, to the Ohio River, to Clifty Falls State Park, which is on the Ohio River border with Indiana and Kentucky.
Don't jump in.
And we're just gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna jump in, but I might jump in the pool. But yeah, we just. I think I might have mentioned this about a month or two ago. We went up to the northeast corner of the state, to Lake James, to Pokagon State Park, and just stayed a couple days, just to get the heck out of here, just to go somewhere. And there wasn't a lot of people there. It's number one, it's off season. Number two, it's during the week.
And it's COVID.
Yeah. Well, okay. We're wearing a mask. We're wearing a mask when we're in the lodge. But when you're out on the trails, nobody gives a.
Yeah.
You know what?
No, but I mean that's why people aren't there, is because they're all trying to stay out of.
Right. But there